been so good in these yellow jerseys. It's funny, I told you my aunt and uncle are here, so I'm a little bit upset that, I like the City Connects. They've grown on me, but it's weird for, people to come from other parts of the country and come here and this famous historic ballpark and to look out and see the yellow jerseys. There's something a little bit off with it.
It is something, but all right, hopefully another win tonight, no matter how they get it done. Will Fleming, Joe Castiglione on the call for Sox and Royals. Thank you, Will. Enjoy time with your family, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, man.
All right, very good. You can watch the Red Sox pregame show on Twitch. To watch, go to twitch.tv/BostonWEEI. It is brought to you by Subaru of New England. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of the summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Also, time for our keys to the game, brought to you by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. For me, it's Trevor Story. It's just more how he feels. Even if he goes 0 for 4 tonight, whatever, does he have to make some throws at short, and does he wake up tomorrow and go, this doesn't feel right? Because as Will just said, if Turner's going to be out for the rest of the week, they might not be able to go every other day with Trevor Story. And so maybe he plays short, maybe he DHs, then he goes back to short or whatever else. But with anybody coming off of surgery and missing an extended period of time and then coming back and really getting kind of a quick spring training, right? It's different than some of the other sports. These guys usually take a while to ramp back up. He only had 13 games, and you just hope that tomorrow he doesn't feel it, in the elbow, and it's a little bit worse. Hurry into the BMW Summer Sales Event and receive a credit of up to $2,000 on select models now through September 4th. For more details, go to bmwcenters.com. We will hear from the manager, Alex Cora, coming up next on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
What do millions of Americans and 4 U.S. presidents have in common? They all get a better night's sleep in Boll & Branch sheets. Their best-selling signature sheets are made with the finest, most luxurious 100% organic cotton and get softer with every wash. For a limited time only, get 15% off your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with promo code Odyssey. That's 15% off with free shipping, free returns, and their 30-night worry-free guarantee. Shop now at bollandbranch.com to start getting the best sleep of your life. That's BOLL and branch.com, promo code Odyssey. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Radio VZ4X, Toyota.
Where easy listening goes all electric. The all-electric BZ4X. Toyota. Let's go places.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations.
Like carbon capture.
And clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at ExxonMobil.com.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
When looking for a partner in your property search, know that agents who are realtors are different. Realtors are bound by a code of ethics, putting your best interests first. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs that will significantly reduce the amount you owe if you qualify. Accredited Debt Relief has helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. For this free information, call 800-786-3400. That's 800-786-3400.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets, but I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there. To learn more, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide and services to showcase your invention. Get started today.
Call 1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380.
Angie's List is now Angie, and we've heard a lot of theories about why.
I thought it was an eco move. Fewer words, less paper.
No, it was so you could say it faster.
No, it's to be more iconic.
Must be a tech thing. But those aren't quite right. It's because now you can compare upfront prices, book a service instantly, and even get your project handled from start to finish.
Sounds easy.
It is, and it makes us so much more than just a list. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Moving day means you're in for a big transition. CubeSmart makes self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, we put the focus on you. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
Where easy listening goes all electric. The all-electric BZ4X. Toyota, let's go places.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Back here on the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox and Royals from Fenway Park tonight, playing the second of 4. And before every game, we interview Red Sox manager Alex Cora. It's brought to you by your New England Ford dealers and the Discover Summer Sales event. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover your best summer ever with Ford.
With the manager Alex Cora, Game 2 with the Kansas City Royals. And, man, what a way for last night's game to finish. Pablo Reyes. First of all, the check swing. Are you holding your breath? What were you thinking in your dugout?
Strike 3, but that's a tough job. We joke around today with Booney, what he did in Chicago.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, with Booney, what he did in Chicago, but it's a tough job. And, one thing I figure, check swings and all that stuff, but, we get upset at the umpires behind the plate. And, most of the time when I go back and take a look at it, I don't know what we're complaining about, because the ball is in the box, so... you ask Louis, he actually after the game goes if I hit that ball, it's a double. But, it's still a tough job, and I know Vic, he's on top of his game, and it just happened that call went our way, and then we took advantage of it.
Pablo just walked by, and, so many impressive things about it, keeping it fair in the moment, but the pitch before, he was legitimately thinking about laying down a bunt because what the defense gave him. Talk about the ability in the moment to do both those things.
Yeah, you got to be able to slow down the game, and that's something that just watching not only us but baseball in general, this whole concept of bunting and not bunting, kind of it's been taken the wrong way, right? If you can get a hit bunting, why not? It's a hit, and you see one of the greatest hitters in the big leagues on Jose Altuve. Whenever the third baseman is playing back, he drops it down. It's a base hit. So to have the presence of mind to look and maybe take a shot there, you got to respect that. And then obviously he got a fastball down in the zone, was able to get to it and hit it off the pole.
He's standing next to Trevor Story, who comes back today, and just in the same way as last year, Alex, there's something about him. There's a presence, and you can see his teammates reacting to him, even as he comes out of the clubhouse. There's a real energy that returns with him.
He's a great athlete. He's one of the best shortstops in the big leagues. It just happened that he hasn't played the position in a year and a half. But I got that everybody respects. He went through his preparation. We have to respect that. He's the only one that was feeling what he felt throughout the process, and he's ready to go. I know he's excited. He knows that he's important for this program, and hopefully, he comes in and settles in right away and helps us win ball games.
And for you, kind of a shiny new toy with these new rules, don't you think his impact could be even greater?
We do believe so. With the combination of the athlete and what Ramon and Huddy are doing with the base runners as far as like base stealing, I do believe he can impact the game in that area, and that's something we've been doing an outstanding job this year, being very efficient stealing bases. Nobody thought we were going to be this type of team, but we are. And now you got Jaron, you got Trevor.
Don't forget about Massa.
And then Massa sneaking, his stolen bases. So we feel we're in a good spot. It's just a matter now, for him to slow down the game, just go out there, have fun, and take advantage of certain situations.
With Trevor, how do you balance the need to get him at bats and get his timing right, but also kind of take it easy on him as he gets going?
Yeah, right now it's like one day playing short, the next one to be announced, to be determined. With JT a little bit banged up from that situation in Seattle, we probably stay away from him until Friday. So there's a chance that we might DH Trevor tomorrow, then play shortstop again the day after. So, we'll see how he feels. We know this is, our goal is to play in October. It hasn't changed regardless of where we are in the standings. So we have to take care of him because at one point it's a full go, and it should be fun to watch.
Now, to make room for Trevor, you have to say goodbye to Yu Chang. And I think as the offseason kind of wound down and the Red Sox and you guys made that move with him, people didn't make much of it, but Yu Chang won you ball games this year, specifically on the defensive side.
He did an outstanding job, and very strong kid, a good athlete, and defensively, he was a plus defender for us. Still remember that series in Milwaukee; he was amazing. It just happened that he got hurt, and because he got hurt, probably Pablo's here, and that's. The irony is so ironic, that like something happens, this guy comes, and now we have to make a decision. And it's the beauty of the game too. It opens the opportunity for Pablo Reyes to come here and play, and he's shown that he's a good player. Today we have to make a tough decision, but he's a good kid. He's a good athlete. I do believe he's repetitions offensively, and the more reps he gets at the plate, the better play he's going to be. But defensively, he doesn't have to envy anything to anybody because he's really good at what he does.
And you're not kidding. I mean, I've not seen very much of him, but he's one of these guys. I mean, it may not be Omar Vizquel, but I have not seen many better guys in terms of being calm, being smooth, reads, beating guys at the right time of the throw. He is an elite shortstop.
Yeah, and then you see him last week playing first base, and he turns a 3-1, 3-2-3 double play. Then the play he made the other day, saving Rafi off an error. So he's a good athlete, a strong kid, and like I said, just more repetitions offensively and see what happens.
Last night you go for it at home. It's easier to do this when you bring the closer in a tie game in the top of the ninth, but you put yourself in a spot where that swing in the bottom half is enormous because you really are kind of pushing your chips in a tie game in those spots.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way the game should be now. I remember back in the day, you didn't use your closer right in the ninth inning, you used somebody else, regardless if it was a home. That has changed because at the end of the day, you're trying to give the offense a chance to win the game. And Kenley was outstanding, Chris Martin was great, and Brian Bailey was really good yesterday. So when we pitch, we always have a shot. Offensively, we've been okay the last probably 10 days. But we know we're going to hit at one point, which is a matter we need to keep pitching for us to have a chance to make it to the playoffs.
We all focus on the saves and Kenley chasing history. Chris Martin, I think, has basically been your best reliever all year long. Can you talk about the dependability of what Chris has given you?
I think it's stuff plus location, right? The command is amazing. His innings are very efficient. And there's a reason he's been able to maintain his stuff throughout the season. And obviously, we have taken care of him. But, I remember in 2019, he was here against us for the Rangers. And talking to Dave at that time, it's like, man, if we can get that guy, I think he's going to help us. We didn't get him, but he was always on our radar. It just happened that we signed him this year, and he's been great for us.
What is it with these yellow jerseys? I mean, superstition aside, why is it that there's just so much good juju in these uniforms?
No idea, but it's something different, and the guys like it. We joke around with Tommy, in case of an emergency, wear yellow. But it's a cool uniform, and you look around the stadium, and there's a lot of people buying hoodies and shirts and all that. That's part of the trick too. So we're trying to do good business and also win ball games.
Two more. Rate 1 to 10. Aaron Boone's impression of Laz Diaz.
10.5. Yeah.
He's a freak with those.
He's so good at it, and I talked to him today, and I was like, man, that was great.
Have you ever seen him do Joe Torre's walk?
I seen a lot of them. A lot of time in the green room in Bristol at ESPN. I seen plenty of them. He does a good job of me too. You gotta ask him. Yeah, so
I will next time we see him.
He's so good at it, and it's not an easy job. Like I said before, what those guys do behind the plate and the bases, especially nowadays. These guys are throwing 97, 98 with ride and cut and movement, and now they're judged by us, the coaches and the players and the fan bases on that box, and I do believe sometimes the box doesn't do any favors, but it's a tough job, and we get frustrated, but at the end, we respect what they do. They do an amazing job, and I just tip my hat to them.
Lastly, Cutter, last time 5 innings, 81 pitches. And he's reaching this area now in terms of innings where he's really not been in his career. How are you going to manage him from here to the finish line?
Yeah, I do believe that we got to be very careful with him. Last year, he ran into that wall, and then he got hurt, and we want him to be part of this every 5 days. And it's important to us to be smart about it and at the same time take care of the rest of the guys here. So we'll see how it plays out. The last time I felt like he had to make some, tough pitches the whole day. And, we were in a spot that we had John for 2. It just didn't work out. So we'll see how it plays out tonight. But he's throwing the ball okay. The fastball is coming back to what he was early in the season. And when he does that, he's a really good one.
I cannot wait to see Aaron Boone's impression of you. Thanks for the time and good luck, Alex.
Thank you, Will.
There you go, Alex Cora with Will Fleming. It'll be Will and Joe on the call coming up. 7:10 first pitch. Red Sox and Royals from Fenway Park. All right, time now for the injury report presented by Catches Law Group. New England's personal injury pros since 1986. Catches has won over $2 billion for their injured clients, and you never pay unless Catches wins. Injured? Schedule a free legal evaluation by calling 508-321-7000 or at catcheslaw.com. Of course, Trevor Story activated off the IL. He is in the lineup tonight. No Justin Turner, still dealing with a heel injury. He could be out for the next few games. Not on the IL, but it doesn't look like he's going to be back all that soon. And then the 3 pitchers that we've been talking about now for a couple of weeks, it sounds like Chris Sale's likely going to start for the Sox on Friday. Garrett Whitlock expected to be activated this Sunday and put in the bullpen. And Tanner Houck is going to pitch Thursday for Worcester. So all those guys getting a whole lot closer. And, by the end of the week, you have 2 of them, and then it's just a matter of getting Tanner Houck back in here. But how many games out will they be when all of these guys finally do return to the big league roster? All right, we'll get you our bet du jour, a look at the lineup that has Trevor Story in it, the pitching matchup, and a look around the Major League Baseball scoreboard for tonight. It's all on the way next here on the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Moving day means that you and the things that matter to you are in for a big transition. There's a lot to figure out. New closets, different counter space, change of floor plan. No worries. CubeSmart is here, so you have a place for everything. It's our job to make self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, this is a self-storage experience that puts the focus on you because you matter to us. With self-storage that fits seamlessly into your life, you'll have plenty of peace of mind to unpack along the way. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
Where easy listening goes all electric. And we're taking your requests. Hello, caller. What can we play for you?
Hi, first-time caller, long-time listener. I'd love to hear something with an easy driving beat.
Coming right up.
Woo!
The all-electric BZ4X. Electric made easy beasy. Toyota, let's go places.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations.
Like carbon capture.
And clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at exxonmobil.com.
I'm Listening reminds you that talk saves lives. And 988 makes it even easier to reach out and talk. When you dial or text 988, you'll be connected with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. And now you can reach out and get help in Spanish, providing you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives. And with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. More at imlistening.org.
From Lansdowne Street to the Pesky Pole, nothing beats Mike's Amazing. It's the official mayonnaise of your Boston Red Sox. Real, natural ingredients and a truly amazing taste. Mike's Amazing. When it's on, it's on. Now on sale at your local market.
Savings and support start day one with Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus. This exclusive program with pro-level services is designed to help you manage and grow your paint business. With premium features, including productive solutions, personalized service and support, business tools, Pro Plus savings, and 0% interest credit. Sherwin-Williams Pro Plus gives paint professionals the support they need. Unlock the Pro Advantage today by visiting swproplus.com. Subject to credit approval, certain exclusions apply.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, driving range or drive-in theater, Saturday morning soccer or Sunday brunch, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline gets you where you're going and keeps your engine running cleaner and smoother along the way. Whether you're traveling near or far, when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
Hey, it's Greg Hill for my friends at East Coast Metal Roofing. Now is the time to take advantage of their Beat the Heat Summer Savings Program. Take advantage of 0% financing, plus save 10% when you mention my name. Their Permalock aluminum shingles will never rust or rot, and they actually reflect heat, saving you money all summer long. Plus, every roof comes with a lifetime warranty. Get a no-cost, no-obligation estimate today at eastcoastmetalroofing.com.
Jones and Mego, weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
All right, here we are back on the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Red Sox and Royals from Fenway Park tonight. The second of 4. Sox got the much-needed win last night after losing 7 of 8. Their last 4. They walk it off with a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th. To get a 6-2 win in the series opener with Kansas City. I also, shockingly, got a win in the Bet du Jour, which is brought to you by FanDuel, official partner of Major League Baseball. Ben, of course, jinxed Spencer Strider yesterday, so classic. So what do we got tonight? Ben comes in at 17 and 19. Find a winner somewhere on the board tonight, Ben.
I am going Cutter Crawford.
Okay.
Over 4.5 strikeouts.
I like it.
So I would, if I was someone else, I would bet the under on that right away.
For sure. All right, Cutter over 4.5 strikeouts. I'm going to take the Texas Rangers on the run line. So -1.5 against Oakland. That was a strategy of mine that failed earlier in the year, which was just betting against Oakland run lines. And then all of a sudden, I think that sparked them to go on a winning streak. They were just winning games outright for a while. But it is Max Scherzer and all those big starters that change teams, really with the exception of Giolito, who's also on the mound tonight. So I don't know if he's going to get his first win with the Angels or not, but I will take Texas on the run line and expect a good one out of Scherzer, who had a good first start with Texas. It was a little shaky early, but then he settled down, got a quality start, and the win. The over-under in the Red Sox game tonight is 9.5, which leads us into tonight's pitching matchup, Cutter Crawford versus Brady Singer. It's sponsored by Town Fair Tire for the best prices on tires. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. And as Ben said, we already need the over 4.5 strikeouts for Crawford, who's 5-5 on the year with a 3.62 ERA. Brady Singer, meanwhile, is 7-8 with a 5.10 ERA. Just on paper, this would be a tough one to give up. The Royals are real bad. The Royals are 36-78, and they're tossing somebody out there that has a 5+ ERA. These are the ones that if the Red Sox are going to have any kind of life in them, as far as getting into that wild card race, then you got to have tonight's game. You absolutely do. And as for Singer, he is going to face a Red Sox lineup that is brought to you by Herb Chambers, New England's largest selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars. We help people buy them. HerbChambers.com. Jarren Duran will lead off and play left field. Masataka Yoshida is the DH batting second. The season debut of Trevor Story at shortstop tonight. He will bat third. Rafael Devers at third bats fourth. Then Tristan Casas at first base. Adam Duvall in center field bats sixth. Then Alex Verdugo in right. Pablo Reyes, who walked it off last night in the bottom of the ninth at second base. And Connor Wong is behind the plate. So as I mentioned earlier, no Justin Turner. I didn't know if they were going to go with the heavy batting lineup. If you have Turner in at second and Reyes out, that is a really, really good lineup. But the heel still bothering Justin Turner, so he's going to be out for at least a couple of games. But even as it is, that, if Verdugo can turn things around, I know he had a really bad month of July. But overall, that looks like 7 guys that can really swing it. Reyes had a good night last night, and we've seen some moments from Connor Wong as well. All right, time now for the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of the summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. One final from this afternoon. The Phillies and Nationals are playing a doubleheader, and Philadelphia got an 8-4 win. They're tied with the Giants right now for the top wild card spot in the National League. So both of those teams are 3 games clear on Cincinnati, who currently owns the third spot, a game up on the Cubs, game and a half up on the Marlins, and 2 up on the Diamondbacks. So even though those teams are all right around 500, with the exception of San Fran and Philly, that's a good race. All those teams are in it for sure. Games going on right now, Marlins and Reds, so 2 teams that are fighting for wild card spots. They're scoreless in the second inning. The Tigers, who come to Fenway Park on Friday, have a 1-0 lead over the Twins as they go to the second inning. And the Cardinals are on top of the Rays, 1-0 in the second. And terrible news for the Tampa Bay Rays, as Shane McClanahan, one of the best pitchers in baseball, got to be in the mix or was in the mix for the American League Cy Young. He's likely out for the rest of the season due to a forearm injury. So I know the Rays added Aaron Savale from the Guardians, and that's certainly going to help them. But if they were trying to have it be different this year and actually take their good regular seasons, which the Rays have had a bunch of, but turn it into a World Series, losing McClanahan is brutal. Guy was 11-2 this year, ERA just north of 3. He was electric, but McClanahan likely done for the year. All right, the other games here on the slate, Astros and Orioles. Good one in Baltimore tonight. Valdez on the mound following his no-hitter. Braves and Pirates in Pittsburgh. You'll have game 2 of the Phillies and Nationals. Mets taking on the Cubs in New York. Blue Jays visit the Guardians. Toronto has won 4 in a row, so they are holding off Seattle, the Red Sox, and the Yankees for that third wild card spot. Brewers and Rockies from Milwaukee tonight. Yankees taking on the Chicago White Sox. Angels and the Giants. Angels have completely fallen out of the race. The Angels right now are 8 games out. They've lost 7 in a row. And Lucas Giolito, one of their big acquisitions right before the deadline, he makes another start for him tonight. He's 0-2, though, as an Angels starter. Diamondbacks host the Dodgers. Padres are at the Mariners. And Max Scherzer and the Rangers take on the Oakland A's. So a lot of good matchups, a lot of teams that are in it and trying to gain ground on each other, squaring off against each other tonight. So a lot of good games across Major League Baseball. All right, before we get you out to Fenway Park, let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
All right, for our producer, Ben Charleston, I'm Rich Keefe. You've been listening to the Mass Mutual pregame show. Talk to Mass Mutual today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Joe and Will of the call of Red Sox and Royals coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
You've been listening to the Mass Mutual Red Sox pregame show. Proudly brought to you by Mass Mutual. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. The Red Sox are coming up next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Moving day means you're in for a big transition. CubeSmart makes self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, we put the focus on you. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
At Casper, we love sleep as much as you do. That's why we're bringing back the very first bed-in-a-box millions love at a price everyone will love. Meet the Casper. Shop online or visit a Casper sleep shop near you today. Casper, for the love of sleep. Exclusions apply. See casper.com/promo.
Where easy listening goes all electric. And we're taking your requests. Hello, caller. What can we play for you?
Hi, first-time caller, long-time listener. I'd love to hear something with an easy driving beat.
Coming right up.
Woo!
The all-electric BZ4X. Electric made easy beasy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, Rob Bradford here. I have set out on a mission with my good friends at FanDuel to prove what I have known for some time. Baseball isn't boring. Now I have a daily podcast to prove it with some of the most notable people in the baseball world, screaming baseball isn't boring from the mountaintops, or at least agreeing to come on our show. Players, managers, GMs, and yes, even the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred. It has been a constant wave of baseball's most powerful voices. So join the revolution. Subscribe and soak in Baseball Isn't Boring. Listen on your Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast. You'll be glad you did.
The extracurricular activities, the traffic, the nightly homework, the traffic, the finding time to eat dinner together as a family, the traffic. Back to school can be stressful. Thanks to Ziploc, meal prep doesn't have to be. New Ziploc bags with Stay Open design have a patented stand-up bottom that helps keep the bag upright and a top crease that folds and holds for easy filling, unlocking a second set of hands in the kitchen. If only it unlocked a second set of lanes. New Ziploc brand freezer and storage bags with Stay Open design from SC Johnson, a family company.
COVID-19 has cast a spotlight on the stark inequalities that drive poverty. The poorest communities in the U.S. and around the world are suffering the most. Oxfam believes we can put systems in place to protect health and livelihoods in the future if we work together with dignity and compassion. Learn how you can help offer safety to the most vulnerable and fight for a more resilient future at oxfamamerica.org. Sponsored by Oxfam America.
This is your captain. Better buckle your seatbelts for this one. I saw my passport expired, so I went to Staples, got a passport photo lickety-split. While I was there, I grabbed some tiny travel soap and shampoo. I should have got some from my co-pilot. Just kidding, Brad.
Staples has everything for travel. 10-minute passport photos, luggage, headphones, even personal travel items. And now at Staples, get $10 off your purchase of $30 or more when you buy a travel service. Staples, your first stop to nonstop travel. Ends 9/16. In-store only. Exclusions apply.
Keeping your kids safe is a full-time job. Whether it's putting on outlet covers, installing child gates, or gluing down your priceless face. So Duracell made one part of childproofing simple. Our lithium coin batteries are the only ones coated in a non-toxic bitterant to help discourage swallowing. Your kid is safer, and you've got one less thing to worry about. Or glue down. Duracell, engineered for more. Available in 2032, 2025, and 2016 sizes.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is...
And the Boston Red Sox are the world champions.
Red Sox Baseball.
And it is good! And Boston strong!
On the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
For the first time in 86 years.
The Red Sox on WEEI are brought to you by Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh. Catches Law Group, New England's injury law pros at catcheslaw.com.
And it's good!
Subaru of New England. Find your authorized Subaru retailer at SubaruofNewEngland.com. Mass Mutual. Insurance, planning, investments. Sponsored by Nissan. Save on the action-packed Nissan lineup today at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. Drains by James. Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipeline.
And that ball is gone into the front row of the monster seats.
Big Y World-Class Market. It's more than food. It's my Big Y. Buy cars for kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
Looking up, Grand Slam!
By Mike's Amazing, the official mayonnaise of the Boston Red Sox. Ford Trucks, official truck of the Boston Red Sox.
We're going to drive to left field. There are a couple runs way gone.
Arbella, here for good. And by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Long gone into the monster seats.
Sponsored by Town Fair Tire. For the best prices on tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. Dig Safe. Click digsafe.com or call 811 before you dig. Cape Cod Lumber. Find the lumber for your next project. cclco.com.
Holy cow!
Sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. Savings and support start day one. Unlock the Pro Advantage at swproplus.com today. Sponsored by Herb Chambers. At Herb Chambers, we don't sell cars, we help people buy them. Now, with all the play-by-play action, here's Joe Castiglione and Will Fleming.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park, where the Red Sox take on the Kansas City Royals in Game 2 of this 4-game series. Red Sox snapped the 4-game skid last night on the walk-off grand slam by Pablo Reyes in the 9th inning with 2 men out. Their first meeting with the Royals this year, Red Sox committed 58 and 54. They are half a game in front of last place Yankees, 5 behind third place Toronto in the AL East, Kansas City at 36 and 78. Had some rain here and even some flooding in the early afternoon, but skies have cleared. Not as humid as it was either. Patches of blue up above. As the Red Sox tonight send Cutter Crawford to the mound, has been very good of late. He'll go against one of the better pitchers for the Royals among their starters, Brady Singer, who beat Boston last year. Will Fleming now has the starting lineups.
Indeed, I do, Joe. Great to be with you on a lovely night for a ballgame. Red Sox once again in the City Connect Yellows, looking to continue their role in these iridescent uniforms. They are ready to go. Cutter Crawford has made his way out of the Red Sox bullpen. He will lead the Sox onto the field in just a moment, and he'll see the following starting lineup brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Michael Garcia is the Royals' third baseman. He'll lead it off. And then Bobby Witt Jr., who's on a historic pace to start his career, had a big double, drove in a run last night. Witt Jr. is the shortstop, and he bats second. Michael Massey, the second baseman, bats third. And then in the cleanup spot, our first look at Salvador Perez, who seems to always crush the Red Sox. He's back in there in the cleanup spot and behind the dish. MJ Melendez, a 3-hit night last night. He's in left field. He bats fifth. Edward Olivares is the designated hitter. He bats sixth. Matt Beatty, the first baseman in the 7th hole, and then the switch-hitting Drew Waters is the right fielder, and he bats 8th, and then Kyle Isbell. He is in center field, and he bats 9th. Brady Singer had a breakout season a year ago, but he has not really followed it up with the kind of consistency the Royals were hoping for. He is 7-8 with a 5.10 ERA. It's kind of been hit and miss for Singer, but better of late. He's thrown more changeups. It's become a little bit of a weapon for him, a sinker, slider, changeup combo for Brady Singer. The Royals hope and pray that he is one of the anchors of their rotation for years to come. The big story today, the Red Sox welcome back Trevor Story. He is just about ready to take the field. You can only imagine what's going on in his head. He's getting the PitchCom transponder from Jason Varitek. And Story, who was good in his rehab assignment, is here to solidify the defense on the middle infield and let it rip on the base paths for the Red Sox. He, rather surprisingly tonight, is going to bat 3rd. I think the plan was to ease him in a little bit, but Justin Turner continues to feel it a little bit with that heel contusion. And so they're going to try to stay away from Turner the next few days. Jarren Duran is a fixture atop the lineup card. He is in left field. He's in the top spot. And then Masataka Yoshida is the designated hitter, and he bats 2nd. Trevor Story is there. He is the 3rd man on the card for Alex Cora. He'll play shortstop. Rafi Devers in the cleanup spot, and he is, of course, at 3rd base. Tristan Casas moves up in the order. He's at 1st base, batting 5th. Adam Duvall in center field. He swings at 6th. Alex Verdugo in right field, batting 7th. Pablo Reyes, the hero last night, is the 2nd baseman, batting 8th. And Connor Wong, he bats 9th. And he catches. Here comes Cutter, wearing number 50 in the almost UCLA blue behind the yellow jersey. And right behind him is Trevor Story. It is just so good to see Trevor back on the diamond. And even pregame today around 3:45 when he first emerged from the Red Sox dugout. I mean, there was a buzz from the folks watching him, but he's just got such a presence, and his teammates really do react to him. So this is one of those moments the Red Sox have been waiting on for some time now. A little bit of a jolt, they hope, from their speedy, powerful shortstop. Cutter Crawford is on the mound. Last time limited to 5 innings and 81 pitches. The Red Sox really want to protect him and manage his workload. Overall, he is 5-5 with a 3.62 ERA, but he's been fantastic since the All-Star break. 4 starts at 2.18 ERA, and since that time, only 6 walks over 20 2/3 innings. So it's been a real good run here for Cutter. To make room on the roster for Trevor Story, the Red Sox did designate Yu Chang for assignment today, and you may have heard Alex Cora sing his praises through and through in the pregame show. See whether Yu lands on. Christian Arroyo, by the way, did not get claimed off of waivers. He accepted an assignment into the Red Sox minor league system, so always a chance for a reunion right here. Vic Carapazza is the crew chief and home plate umpire here this evening. He will call the balls and strikes. He tells Cutter Crawford you got 1 more warm-up pitch to go, and then it'll be time for Michael Garcia and the Kansas City Royals. Sox 7-0 this season in these bright yellow jerseys. City Connect, they're going to ride with a good thing. Hard to blame them for that. The City Connect jerseys powering possibilities. Brought to you by Comcast Business. We'll get you the time and temp in just a moment. As always, brought to you by Window Nation. Protect and increase the value of your home today. 866-90-NATION. Crawford ready, and so is the Hall of Famer Joe Castiglione.
Thank you. Well, the first pitch is a call strike, says Vic Carapazza. Had a big effect in last night's game when he ruled ball 4 to Luis Urias on a half swing instead of strike 3. That would have ended the inning. There's a ball outside, and it's 1-1 to Garcia. He's hitting .279 with 4 homers. He's got an 11-game hit streak going. He's their 3rd baseman. Very athletic sort. The pitch. Swinging a line drive foul, first base side into the State Street Pavilion. Bobby Witt to follow, and then Michael Massey. 1 ball, 2 strikes to this right-hand batter. The Royals 10th in hitting at .238, 2nd from the bottom in home runs. There's a foul to the right out of play. They've hit 105 as they play in a pitcher's ballpark in Kansas City, Kauffman Stadium. but they do not have a lot of power. It's more pitching than anything else responsible for their 36-78 record. 1-2 pitch, swinging a foul, straight back and out of play.
It's been that way for years and years, and in recent vintages, they went all in on college pitchers. They thought they'd restock, and almost to a person, that has been an abject failure.
Here's a 1-2 pitch coming, and it's taken high. The college pitcher going tonight, and Brady Singer. Bella Insurance Foundation dedicated to striking out cancer. By supporting the Jimmy Fund, every strikeout from a Red Sox pitcher means $50 to the Jimmy Fund. Arbella here for the Jimmy Fund, here for good. 2-2. Line drive down the left field line, but foul, hitting off the side wall. Carrying into left field. The Red Sox are 22-4 since 2021 when they wear these City Connect uniforms, the bright yellow with the light blue trim and caps. Why change? It worked last night. Here it comes. And a wave and a miss and an off-speed pitch away. Good curveball from Cutter. He worked for that strikeout, took 8 pitches. And the leadoff man is gone for Bobby Witt Jr., hitting a .269 with 20 homers, 68 RBIs, and 32 steals. As you mentioned, only player in Major League history to have 20 homers and 30 steals in each of his first 2 Major League seasons. With Boston area roots, there's a call strike. His dad grew up in Canton, went to Canton High School, where his catcher was Kyle Sullivan, son of Haywood Sullivan, and also Mark Sullivan. Granddad was a fireman in Canton, swing and a miss. Bobby Witt, of course, pitched primarily for Texas. After a career at the University of Oklahoma, he's now an agent, and of course he does represent his son, Bobby Jr.
Interesting dynamic.
0-2, swinging a high foul, first base side out of play.
Do you think he takes the full 10% cut?
I would doubt it. Rex Hudler, former big leaguer and analyst, has taken to calling him Bobby Baseball. And he texted his friend Don Mattingly and said, "You mind if I call him Bobby Baseball?" Mattingly said, "Go right ahead, he's a stud." And he's got all the tools, tremendous running speed as well as power. Pitch is low and away. I was telling Rex that I called his first home run in the big leagues as well as Don Mattingly's.
Amazing. I doubt Rex hit his off the pesky pole.
He hit it in the screen. Fenway, 1984. Ground ball bounced over the mound, charged by the second baseman. Tough play, hesitation, and that cost him. I don't think Reyes had a grip initially. He had to contend with the bag, and the ball perhaps hitting the bag. It did not. He grabbed it just in front. But I think on the transfer, he didn't have a good grip getting it out of the glove. That was the case. He almost dropped it, and his throw was just a little late to get the speedy Witt, who was signaling safe as he crossed the bag. So an infield hit for Bobby Witt, a threat to go. 32 steals, 9 caught stealing, second in the league in both categories. And here is Michael Massey, the second baseman, only .219 with 9 homers. He takes a ball. Rex Hudler made his debut at Fenway Park for the Yankees, pinch running for Willie Randolph. He was the number 1 pick of the Yankees out of a high school in Fresno. Here's the pitch home, and it's taken high, and his mother was his agent, and when Al Rosen and Jack Butterfield, of course of Maine fame, winning the farm system, went to sign him, his mother said, "You leave, go get a pizza," because she was afraid he was going to give in and sign at the first offer. 2-0 pitch coming. Runner goes. Taken high. Here's the throw, and it's high. Nice save by Story. That was headed for center field. Wouldn't have had him anyway. 33rd steal for Bobby Witt Jr., who's at second base. But Rex had a scholarship offer to Notre Dame to be a wide receiver, so his mother used that as leverage. And about the 3rd or 4th offer, she got him $150,000 to sign in the early 80s.
Mother knows best, Joe.
Tough agent. She drove a tough bargain. Pitch is in there for a strike. Rex also played his last game of his career here at Fenway. He's with the Phillies. Became a 10-year Player of the Year the day before, and he went into Tito Francona and said, the manager, and said, do whatever you want with me. So they let him go.
He took it at his word.
Yeah. 10 years and 1 day in the big leagues. 3-1. Taken high, ball 4. Cutter missed with a high fastball, so runners at first and second without a ball out of the infield yet. And here is Salvador Perez, the catcher. 17 homers, hitting .246, 45 RBIs. Been playing a lot of first base because of injuries to their first baseman. He is a big, strong power hitter and a rock behind home plate. He wants to catch as many games as he can, sometimes every day. Slightly open stance. The pitch is very high and inside. Ball 1 to Salvi.
Look it up right now, but it just feels to me like Perez has owned the Red Sox, and particularly here.
He's got power everywhere.
I just showed it. 26 games, 7 homers. Thanks to Nesson for that.
Here's the pitch home, and he fouls it to the right out of play. Didn't play last night. He got hit in the hand with a pitch Sunday, and it's had a lot of swelling, but he was itching to play, and they put him in here tonight. Get 48 home runs for Kansas City at 21. Last year had some injuries, hit 23 in 114 games. The 1-1, Salvi swings and foul tips it into the mitt. And a World Series MVP. List him at 6'3", 275 from Valencia, Venezuela. 7-time All-Star, 5 Gold Gloves, 4 Silver Sluggers. The pitch, swing and a miss at an inside fastball. That was located beautifully by Cutter at 93, right in on the hands. Key strikeout there, so the runners remain at first and second for MJ Melendez. Quiet last night, but he hurt the Red Sox last season. He's hitting .220 with 9 homers and 37 driven in. Cutter, since the All-Star break, has been very good as a starter. 2.18 ERA in 4 starts since the break, with a 169 batting average against. And 0-1 run in 3 of those 4 outings. Left-hand batting Melendez, former catcher, now primarily an outfielder in DH. Here's the pitch from Cutter, and it's a strike, says Vic Carapazza. The umpire is the son-in-law of longtime American League umpire Rich Garcia.
Garcia, love that.
Of Jeffrey Mayer fame, but he was a really good umpire despite that call. Swing and a miss.
Tony Tarasco.
Trying to climb the wall and right.
That one would have been overturned in the era of review.
Oh, definitely. It was Derek Jeter's home run that resulted. 0-2, 2 on, 2 out. Cutter deals from the set. Swing and a miss at a fastball up and away. He gets out of it. He reared back that time at 94. A high rider to retire the side after half an inning. Royals nothing. Red Sox coming up in the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Moving day means you're in for a big transition. CubeSmart makes self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, we put the focus on you. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
Hey, Rob Bradford here. I have set out on a mission with my good friends at FanDuel to prove what I have known for some time. Baseball isn't boring. Now I have a daily podcast to prove it with some of the most notable people in the baseball world, screaming baseball isn't boring from the mountaintops, or at least agreeing to come on our show. Players, managers, even the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred. It has been a constant wave of baseball's most powerful voices. So join the revolution. Subscribe and soak in Baseball Isn't Boring. Listen on your Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers.
Hey, it's Justin Turner. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Home half of the first inning. Kansas City did not score. Jarren Duran batting here, 0 for his last 11. Still hitting .307 though in the first pitch. Here's a call strike from right-hander Brady Singer. He is 7-8, a 5.10 ERA. Beat the Red Sox last year in his only start against them. He fires and a foul to the left out of play. Is primarily a fastball slider pitcher. That last heater at 93, but he's added in a changeup that has helped them, particularly the lefties. Duran, with 8 homers, has stolen 23 bases and hit 32 doubles. The pitch. Eddie rounds one hard. Oh, what a play by the first baseman. Underhand flip to first in time for the out. Matt Beatty went diving to the foul line and made a beautiful stab of that hard shot. It looked like a double when it left the bat, or maybe with Terrence speed a triple.
I was going to say, he would have been a third there. What a great grab.
So he's robbed. And there's one down for Yoshida at .306 with 12 homers. He's driven in 55 and has 41 multiple hit games, second in the American League in that category. And the pitch is down and in ball one. We're excited to share that Walmart is stepping up to the plate. For every Walmart wall ball, they'll donate $100 to the American Diabetes Association. Visit AmericanDiabetesAssociation.org for free resources and support. That one's low, 2-0 as Yoshida bats here in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Cadillac of Linfield and Cadillac of Warwick. The pitch on its way, it's up and away. Singer, former Florida Gator, pitched the Florida Gators to their first college baseball championship in 2017. The pitch is up and away, and that's a 4-pitch walk. Well, we're all very saddened to learn of the passing of Detroit Tiger broadcaster and longtime Tiger catcher Jim Price. He passed away last night at the age of 81. Jim worked games this season as Trevor Story comes to the plate, getting a nice hand from the crowd, his first at bat of the year. Jim was a wonderful guy. Always had cakes and pies for us in the next booth when we visited Comerica Park, call strike.
And an incredibly deep voice. What a gentle giant he was.
He was a backup catcher to Bill Freehan. Lasted a long time that way. But an outstanding player in his own right, especially as a hitter. Story, 12 for 40 in his rehab. Swings and misses at a fastball, and it's 0-2. Trevor had 4 home runs. We watched him at Worcester about 9 days ago, and he was making acrobatic plays, throwing off balance.
Of course, his first game dealing with the shift, lack thereof, and the clock, and needing to use his time, which he just did.
In the Safe Light Auto Glass part of the order for every home run batters 3 through 6, Safe Light donates $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank. And that one's low and away, 1-2.
I've heard that there was some prodding of Trevor to get back here yesterday and play the game today. Originally, he was planning to stay and complete his rehab down in Worcester.
Here's a 1-2 pitch. And it swung on and missed. Fastball on the inside, 2 down. Jim Price was the minor league player of the year after he signed with first the Pirates, and his first general manager, first job ever for Lou Gorman in baseball, Kinston, North Carolina. Jim was just an outstanding gentleman, and he was a part of the strange happening in baseball history. As Raffy comes up, hitting a .267 with 26 homers. And the pitch is swung on. He missed 1968. Mantle's at the end of his career, late September. He's tied with Jimmy Fox at the time, second in home runs in the major leagues in history, 534. And Denny McClain said he was going to groove one for Mickey Mantle. And Price was the catcher. Pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. And Price told Mickey, he said, Watch the next pitch. You're going to get the cookie to hit. And Mantle didn't believe me, took it for a strike. So well, he's going to give you one more chance. And Denny McLain grooved it, and Mickey hit it the upper deck.
Wow. Wound
up with one more homer after that, 536 for his career. Here's the 0-2, and it's fouled to the backtop. That was the year that McLain won 31. But Price was a big part of that.
Salvi just took a foul off the face. He's got something in his eyes.
I think it got the umpire, too, Carapazza. But we certainly will miss Jim Price, longtime Tiger broadcaster. He was the right-hand man of the owner there, Mike Ilitch, before he passed away. Little Caesars Pizza fame. The family still owns the club. Well, they're looking at Salvi's eyes, putting some drops in there. Seems to be okay. But Jim Price loved baseball and loved his Tigers.
Larger than life in a lot of ways. Walking in that booth was always so fun, talking to him and Dan. And even to the end, he had the scoop.
And he courageously battled cancer for many years. Very quiet about it. He was 81. Did a lot of work for autism, too. Very, very zealous in his generosity. Autism. 0-2, we're ready to go. Here's the pitch, and it's a little bit low. 0-2. Yoshida, who walked at first base. 1-2 pitch coming to Raffy Devers, and he swings and misses. Oh, a high heater. He was late. Had good movement to it. 93 upstairs. Red Sox are gone after one. No score in the Shaws and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
You've been wanting to check out that news story that everyone's talking about, but you just can't find the time. That's why the On Deadline podcast is here. We pull together interviews from Odyssey's radio newsrooms across the country and add important context so you can really get the news fast. From wildfires and catastrophes at sea to new laws and presidential candidates, we'll have coast-to-coast coverage for you all in one place. Subscribe to On Deadline on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
Wendy's is open till midnight or later, so you can give in to the craving and go night mode. Now all of your favorite menu items just got their bedtime extended. You can get what you want even later, like the Baconator with 6 strips of bacon, or the perfect fries and Frosty Duo. If you're up later, then so are we. So go ahead and pull through the drive-thru. When the craving hits, go night mode at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. All right, see ya later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary.
Brace yourselves. Heating season is coming.
It's hard to think about right now, but this is the absolute best time to prepare for a warm and comfy winter.
Don't wait until you're cold to make the switch
to an Energy Star certified, compact, high-efficiency boiler from Navient. Find your local Navient installer at boilercomfort.com.
From town councils to Capitol Hill, agents who are realtors are advocating for what's right. We're working to increase affordable housing supply and ensure fair housing for all. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
You're listening to the Sox on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. Now back to the play-by-play action.
Second inning, Edward Oliveras leading off for the Royals in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers Infinity of Westboro. Oliveras 247 with 6 homers, and he hits the first pitch high and foul by the first base dugout and into the stands. So it's just strike one as Cutter Crawford stranded 2 men in the first inning with a couple of strikeouts. Oliveras will be followed by Matt Beatty and Drew Waters as we check the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Subaru Summer here, most of the summer brand of the 23 Subarus available. Swing and a miss. Details at SubaruNewEngland.com. This afternoon, the first of two, the Phillies rallied to beat Washington 8-4. Zach Wheeler won his ninth. Kyle Schwarber had 2 more homers. He's got 30. The pitch coming along, and it swung on and missed. A high fastball. So down he goes on 3 pitches. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Cutter. And good action of that high fastball. And here's Matt Beatty, the former Dodger, Giants property this year, at .238 with no homers, 4 RBIs. Made a great play to rob Duran of extra bases. And the pitch coming in there for a strike. Breaking ball over the inside edge. Yankees are playing at Chicago with Aaron Boone so far. We'll see if he's suspended for his antics last night. There's a strike. He's the best impressionist we've ever seen in baseball. Batting stances, mannerisms, walking style. And he mimicked Laz Diaz, the umpire, after getting ejected for ugly balls and strikes.
It was awesome.
It was outstanding. But he'll probably have to pay for it. There's a drive hit deep to right center field toward the gap. Verdugo on the go. Back by the wall. It hits the base of the bullpen wall. Here goes the runner to second. The throw is a little bit late. Durant picked it up and made the throw, but not in time. Although they played it pretty well, and it's a long double for Matt Beatty. It's the best hit ball so far early in this game off the base of the wall. And here's Drew Waters, the right fielder, at .231 with 6 homers. Who does tremendous batting stances. The best we've ever seen him do, as we mentioned before, the Joe Torre walk. When he goes out to the mound as a manager, the pitch low and away, ball 1.
Alex called him today, told him he'd pay half the fine. He loved it so much.
He says he does Alex
He
too?
does. And I'm absolutely gonna ask him when we see him in a week or so.
Alex is watching, swing and a miss, and an inside fastball. Booney's a wonderful guy, and we wish him well, except when he plays the Red Sox, of course. Boy, we don't wish his team well. We wish him well. Here's the pitch, and it swung on, line to right field. That gets down for a base hit. Verdugo grabs it on a hop, and there's no way that Beatty could score. Throw cut off by Casas, or runners at first and third, another bullet. So loud contact here, and the batter is Kyle Isbell, center fielder, one of his last 13, hitting at .223 with 4 homers. He's driven in 16 runs.
Oh, smoked 107 off the bat. Nice job by Verdugo to get to it. Rip it back into the infield.
Rollins and Reds tied at 1 in the second inning at Cincinnati. Tigers with a 1-0 lead over the Twins in the 4th at Detroit. Cardinals won, Rays nothing. That's in the second inning. Here's the set and the pitch home. And it's a fastball for a strike to this left-hand batter. And the Orioles jump to a 3-0 lead in the bottom of the second against the Astros at Camden Yards.
That was a big game for them because they did lose 4 of 7 to the Astros last year. No, hopefully that won't get me in trouble.
Oh, yeah, you think they'll put that on the graphic and get the announcer suspended low and inside? Baseball just buzzing about the ridiculous suspension of Kevin Brown by the Angelos people, the owners of the Orioles, for stating facts with a graphic to back it up that was taken from the Oriole game notes printed by the club itself. I guess the Angelos family doesn't embarrass too easily. Here's the 1-1, and it's a fly ball hit to left field, probably deep enough to score the run at the edge of the track, and the catch is made, and the throw goes into second base. It's a sacrifice fly as it's a 1-0 lead for the Kansas City Royals as Isbell got it deep enough, and Duran's throw had to go to the middle of the diamond.
The more that comes out about that story, the worse they look, where they tried to explain it away to writers who inquired that it was a planned absence on the schedule this season.
So they weren't honest about it either.
Not from the outset. They were not.
Well, it's such a good ball club. It's such a great story, and they're ruining it. because of their ownership situation. Swing and a miss at a high fastball to Garcia, who struck out his first time up. That ownership family's never been popular, even though they're hometown people. But now it's become really a laughingstock. The pitch is taken high.
I'm happy to see their fans, some of their players, all the media there have really rallied around Kevin.
Good, they should. He was doing his job and doing it well. 1-1 pitch. 2 out, a runner at first and a run home. Crawford's delivery is foul back and out of play. And there's some thought that Kevin Brown might return to the TV booth on Friday when they go to Seattle, but that has not been announced by the Orioles. Here's the 1-2, and he fouls a high fastball to the backstop. And I did a program for Sabre with Kevin last year in Baltimore, and you've known him for many, many years.
Yeah, 15 years going back in the minor leagues. The thing to think about, too, is all the years he carried the water for that team as they were losing 100 games, putting a positive spin on things.
Runner goes. The pitch is swung on, hitting the air, shallow right field. Long run for Dugo, coming hard near the line. Can he get there? No, but it's a foul ball. Actually, Casas came a little closer, went into a slide, but it bounced about 5 feet in front of the track. I got an email from a very prominent baseball man in Florida chronicling the number of people that have been driven out, including John Miller, Mike Mussina, Davey Johnson, during this regime.
The track record speaks for itself.
And now they got a very good club, and that should be the focus. The Oriole players and what they've done under Brandon Hyde, Mike Elias on the field. 1-2 pitch coming. Eventually. No time granted now. Pitch clock's at 8 seconds, and the hitter was granted time. Looks like Crawford might be flirting with a violation there, because he hadn't even set. Now he's ready for a 1-2. Long set again. 3 on the pitch clock. He better hurry. He just does get it off in time. Very close.
I think he's trying to freeze the running game over at first, but you're right. He's winding it all the way down.
Waters is a good runner, but counts 2-2. He certainly didn't want another base runner here because of a violation. The pitch is swung on and missed. That was down and away. A good cutter got him. That's 4 strikeouts, but the Orioles get a run. After 1.5, 1-0 Birds on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wildcard chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Moving day means that you and the things that matter to you are in for a big transition. There's a lot to figure out. New closets, different counter space, change of floor plan. No worries. CubeSmart is here, so you have a place for everything. It's our job to make self-storage as easy as possible. Online or in person, this is a self-storage experience that puts the focus on you because you matter to us. With self-storage that fits seamlessly into your life, you'll have plenty of peace of mind to unpack along the way. Click now to find a self-storage solution near you.
Hi, this is Adam Duvall. You're listening to the home of the Red Sox, WEEI.
Second inning, 1-0 Royals. Great to see former Red Sox right-hander Brian Rose visiting with us and former catcher Steve Lemazny, both local products. The pitch is low, ball one. And Brian, of course, came up through the system with Carl Pavano out of the southeastern Mass region, where he now coaches youth teams. Tristan Casas, the batter. And the delivery to the big first baseman is inside. 17 homers, hitting .248. Brady Singer, the pitcher, was the 18th pick in the 2018 draft, and Tristan Casas was the 26th pick. Delivery is swung on line toward the gap in right center, gets down for a hit. It's cut off by Isbell, and Casas holds with a long single to start the second inning. Steve Lemazny caught one game for the Red Sox and threw out 2 base runners. So nobody ever stole against Steve in a Red Sox uniform.
That's a good track record.
Remember, Brian pitched some great games. Particularly against the Yankees, right, Brian? He had some good success against the Yankees.
It's a way to endear yourself to our fans. Sort of like the Nate Eovaldi effect.
Yes, the pitch is swung on, grounded down the third base line, foul by Duvall, who's hitting a .243.
Don't you think that's pretty good formula? Dominant in the playoffs and the World Series and own the Yankees?
It's a way to win, a way to people's hearts. No question about that. Runner at first with 1 down here in the second inning in the Herb Chambers batting order. That one's low and away. So great to see both Steve Lemazny and Brian Rose here. They were in Autograph Alley tonight. Brian pitched for the Red Sox, the late 90s. The pitch. There's a foul above us. Help us, guys. We got 2 big leaguers here in the booth. Hoping it would we get some protection here. A little too tall. Ryan pitched for the Red Sox, then briefly for Colorado and the Mets and Tampa Bay. 97 through 1 in the majors. Pitch is swung on line, foul, third base side. Nice play by the ball attendant on 1 hop.
Kevin Youkilis and I stood up at the same time for that foul ball, and then on the telecast he reached over and tried to grab my hand. We had the right guys with us.
He can handle it. Yeah, we got protection right now. 2 big guys here, a pitcher and a catcher. Brady Singer ready for the 1-2, and he swings and pops one up. Shortstop hardly has to move. Now drifting with it as the wind pushes it towards second base is Witt, who makes the catch. So Duvall pops to the shortstop. Here's Verdugo at 274 as we've completed the Safe Light Auto Glass part of the batting order. Any home run by batters 3 through 6, and Safe Light donates $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank.
Witt is just telling Massey the wind is pushing everything toward right in the air.
Yeah, it's stronger than we thought. Flag is sort of still out there in center, but that's not the true indicator as Verdugo takes a strike. True indicator is really what's above us. Of this 5-story structure behind home plate. And the pitch is inside. Steve Lemazny played high school ball at Peabody Veterans Memorial High School. Late in the 1999 season here with the Red Sox. Here's the pitch. And a fastball outside.
I just got a text from Justin Turpin, our great producer. He was watching the game on television, said, "Love the hustle," as I sprung up. Well over our heads. Actually, right kind of up by the flag that would tell us the whole story.
While I was ducking. 2-1, foul to the left out of play.
Yeah, you took cover. That one you could handle. That wasn't a screamer.
But you got 2 big leaguers behind you.
Right. Just let
directly behind you.
It's like sort of like being the pitcher. Let the middle infielders make the play, right?
They call you off. But, you know, the trajectories that make it possible is high ones that get in here. They have to be bullets. Verdugo grounds one and a couple of hops to second base. Here's the throw to the shortstop out. Witt back to first, not in time. So they get the lead runner. That's the second out, and it brings up Pablo Reyes, last night's hero. Who played shortstop last night, single-doubled, and hit a walk-off grand slam after he tried to bunt on the first pitch, or thought about bunting, pulled the bat back because the third baseman was deep. Then he came on our post-game show, and Will started talking to him in Spanish. We didn't know he spoke as much English as he does, and all of a sudden he started speaking beautiful English.
But I'll do this in English now.
He did.
He was tired of hearing me try to bungle Spanish, I think.
Your accent sounded beautiful to me. Pitches away, ball one.
How about this from Rob Bradford? He reminds that Steve Lemesney's wife's maiden name, Ryan Nolan.
Really? 7 no-hitters. The pitch is in there for a strike. And then we had I asked Reyes, his last home run came with Milwaukee in 2021, almost 2 years ago. I said, do you remember your last home run? He said, yeah, he just hit it.
Tonight.
5 minutes ago.
Alex Cora told me he heard that and was dying.
Really? Breaking ball low and away.
He's become a really good piece for this Red Sox team.
Well, he can run. He's got a good arm. He can play second, third, and short. And the outfield. It's a big reason that he's here. Versatility. 2-1 the count to Pablo. Throw it at first. Runner dives back. Close play. Oh, he almost got Casas. Or Verdugo, I should say. Verdugo was leaning. Casas forced on the ground out. 2 balls and a strike to Pablo Reyes, who's from the Dominican Republic. First came up with the Pirates. The home run was the 7th of his major league career. The pitch. He hits it hard on the ground, but right at the shortstop. Bobby Witt to second for the Forester, retires the side. So after 2 full, it is 1-0 Royals on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wildcard chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
To stay at the top of your game, a healthy mind is just as important as a healthy body. Get a health plan that covers all your bases, from physical to emotional well-being, right here in Red Sox Nation. Brought to you by Point 32 Health Companies, Tufts Health Plan, and Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, the official health and wellness partner of the Boston Red Sox.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
We go to the third inning. It's 1-0 Kansas City. And for the play-by-play action, here is Will Fleming.
Thanks so much, Joe. Cutter Crawford and the Red Sox trailing by a run. Loud contact in the second. See if Cutter can bounce back a little bit here in the third beginning. For Bobby Witt Jr., a little bit of a pitch-com issue for Mr. Wong. In the Herb Chambers batting order, Witt, Massey, and Perez in this inning, brought to you by Herb Chambers, Lincoln of Norwood, and Lincoln of Westboro. Now, the fact that the Red Sox are wearing these City Connect yellow unis, sort of fitting on the day that we lose Jim Price. Dan Dickerson tells a great story about one of the many phrases that Jim would often utter on air. He called a sharp curveball a yellow hammer. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He swings and misses at a yellow hammer curveball from Crawford for strike one. And as Dan tells it, Jim got that term from his former teammate, Pat Dobson.
Had a language all his own. That's where he was a big influence on the act with his language.
0-1. Pitch misses outside. It's 1-1. They got a shot of Bobby Witt Jr.'s dad in the stands tonight.
Well, he had a fastball.
1-1. The pitch is bloop foul on the first base side. And Jim told it for years and years to Dan Dickerson that he named it that after a bird, Pat did, that was known to dart up and down real quickly. And Dan said that he was so tickled to find out one day that that was actually true. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that is fouled off by Witt. It stays the ball in 2 strikes. He also said Mickey Lolich told a story that he used to want his catchers to set up with their right shin guard 6 or 7 inches off the plate. He said he used it as a target for his tailing fastball. 1-2 to the right-handed hitting Bobby Witt Jr. Cutter throws, and a swing and a little pop-up into shallow right field. Barely a couple feet onto the grass. The second baseman, Pablo Reyes, is there to make the play, and there's one down for Michael Massey. And a couple months ago, Mickey said today he saw Jim for the last time when Mickey himself was in the hospital, and Jim said to him, shin guard, 6 inches off the plate.
He caught some greats with McLean and, of course, the great Mickey Lolich, World Series hero from '68.
Here's Michael Massey, who takes a cut fastball outside, ball 1.
Jim was on that '68 World Championship Tiger team, the backup catcher to Bill Freehand.
Cutter quickly winds the 1-0. Is crushed into right field. Over and to his left is Verdugo. He cannot get it. It 2 hops off the bean sign on the low wall there. And rounding second and holding is Michael Massey with a 1-out ringing double. We take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI studios, 93.7 WEEI FM and HD1, Lawrence, Boston. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Well, Fleming and Joe Castiglione, bit of a jam here again for Crawford in the 3rd inning. Royals lead 1-0. Salvador Perez at the plate with a runner at second base. 7 homers in 26 games in this ballpark for Salvi. He swings and misses. That Cutter's cutter. And it's 0-1. Not many people more associated with one franchise than Jim was with the Tigers. I mean, people think about Bob Uecker with the Brewers, Vin Scully with the Dodgers, certainly Joe with the Red Sox. The 0-1 is fouled off, but in terms of a long career as a player and then in the booth and a real dedication to that franchise. I mean, amazing. 55 years.
He loved the Detroit Tigers and, of course, the Mike Ilitch family. He was really like a member of that family.
0-2 to Perez. Crawford is ready at the belt. Checks the runner at second. And he now throws. Swing and a miss. He got him again. A good slider there from Crawford. He has faced Perez twice and fanned him twice.
Once on a high heater, up and in. This one down and away.
So that is very impressive. That's one of the things that makes Cutter so appealing, is that he does have this knack to really hunker down, make his most important pitches against some of the game's best hitters. Get to the injury report presented by Catchus Law Group, New England's personal injury pros, as MJ Melendez stands in. He struck out to end the first. Here in the 3rd, he takes a high fastball, 92 miles an hour. Off the plate, it's 1-0. The velocity for Cutter lately has dipped just a little bit. That is the topic of some concern for the Red Sox. 1-0 with 2 down. And Massey dancing around at second as Melendez takes curveball outside for ball 2. This season, his four-seam fastball has averaged 94 miles an hour. Tonight, a full mile an hour down from that, and at times it's been 91. 2-0 pitch. That swung on a miss. Mighty rip at a fastball, and it's 2-1. MJ Melendez comes from good baseball stock. Westminster Christian School down in Florida. A-Rod, Doug Minkiewicz, both the Lums. The 2-1 is high and outside. It's unclear whether MJ, after big wins, claims that the ball that was used to make the final out claims it as his own personal property. 3-1 to this left-handed hitter from Crawford. He throws, and a fastball high, ball 4. That's unlike Cutter. He has walked so few since the All-Star break, but now 2 free passes issued. And first and second with 2 down for Edward Olivares. Since 1986, Catches has won over $2 billion for their injured clients. You don't pay unless Catches wins. Good news for the Red Sox, that injury report is getting shorter and shorter. Chris Sale is going to pitch on Friday. Houck and Whitlock closer to their returns to the big leagues. And Trevor Story is roaming the dirt deep in the hole at shortstop. Here's the right-handed hitting Olivares. He swings over the top of a slider. It's 0-1.
Great to see both Brian Rose and Steve Lemazny still involved in baseball. Steve has 2 baseball facilities, one in Salem, New Hampshire, their new one in Peabody, his hometown, and Brian Rose coaches youth teams down in southeastern Mass in the Dartmouth area.
0-1. Cutter throws, and Olivares hits one towards short. Cutting in front is Devers. He gloves. He throws to first in time. And the inning is over. No harm, no foul. We still have not had a chance for Trevor Story. Both of them said they ran into the buzzsaw that was Mason Merloni's club this summer.
Yeah, they were powerful, I know.
1-0. Royals going to the bottom of the third. It'll be Wong, Duran, and Yoshida on the Shaws and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers.
Where easy listening goes all electric. The all-electric BZ4X. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Listening reminds you that talk saves lives. And 988 makes it even easier to reach out and talk. When you dial or text 988, you'll be connected with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. And now you can reach out and get help in Spanish, providing you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives. And with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. More at imlistening.org.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Connor Wong swings at the first pitch at the bottom of the third and pops it into right field. The wind gave that a ride, but the second baseman, Massey, and onto some of that new sod, is there to make the play. Pickleball and pink impacted the playing surface here.
20,000 feet of new sod installed overnight. Wonderful grounds crew led by Dave Miller.
Don't forget the story about the original sod here at Fenway Park, which was literally brought over from the Huntington Avenue ballpark on horse-drawn carts. The pitch to Jaron Duran is a sinking fastball outside, ball 1.
This was a swamp.
I just love that image. I mean, obviously not nearly as developed here in the Back Bay. In 1912, the 1-0 is skied high and deep into center field. Isbell has room, though, in front of the warning track. He makes the play, and quickly there are 2 down.
Great to see the Eck back at Fenway. Dennis Eckersley in the Legends box tonight.
Styling as always. We really do miss being around him. We saw him a couple times out in Oakland, and he is thriving in retirement. Says he doesn't really miss broadcasting all that much. Time to the grandkids. Deluxe. Here's Masataka Yoshida. He takes a strike with a sinker on the inside corner. 0-1. So far, the Red Sox against Singer have been held totally in check. Just one hit. Casas leading off the second. 0-1. Misses outside. And it's a ball and a strike. Orioles are having some fun with the Houston Astros tonight. Rutschman hit a big home run. 1-1. Yoshida bounces it up the middle to shortstop. Witt on the second base side. Gloves. And with some panache, throws to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3. Third inning for Singer and the Royals. 1-1 after 3. Kansas City 1-0, I should say, on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Tomorrow's construction sites will be nothing like today's. New challenges are coming. Every day, from every direction. You can conquer these challenges with Develon Construction Equipment. With our bold new vision to develop onwards, Develon will anticipate new challenges and deliver solutions to keep you moving forward. Develon, at the forefront of innovation to solve tomorrow's challenges. Click or tap banner to discover more.
Where easy listening goes all electric with your favorite hits like impressive style.
Easy peasy.
And intuitive touchscreen.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah.
And smooth acceleration.
Easy peasy.
The all-electric BZ4X. Electric made easy beasy. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, Rob Bradford here. I have set out on a mission with my good friends at FanDuel to prove what I have known for some time. Baseball isn't boring. Now I have a daily podcast to prove it with some of the most notable people in the baseball world, screaming baseball isn't boring from the mountaintops, or at least agreeing to come on our show. Players, managers, GMs, and yes, even the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred. It has been a constant wave of baseball's most powerful voices. So join the revolution. Subscribe and soak in Baseball Isn't Boring. Listen on your Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcast. You'll be glad you did.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Cutter Crawford back to work for the fourth inning. 1-0 Kansas City. We owe you our Diesel Direct question of the day, brought to you by Diesel Direct, to remind you to stop wasting time at the pump and get on-site fuel with Diesel Direct. And I think fittingly, it circles right around Trevor's story. At Sox Booth, the Twitter handle, with Story returning to the lineup. Will he be more impactful in the field or at the plate? Vote now. We'll give you the results in the seventh inning. Matt Beatty's left-handed hitter swings and misses. Fastball. And it's 0-1. I think early on, it's quite likely that Trevor's impact will be greater defensively and on the base paths before he gets his timing back. The 0-1 is a shot down the first baseline, foul over the tarp, over the ball girl, and into right where Verdugo picks it up and flips it to a fan. 0-2. But we can see and have seen what Trevor Story can do to lift an offense. It's that absurd week he had last summer. 0-2 is a high fly toward the pesky pole down the right field line. Long run for Verdugo. It bounces off the track and over the wall for an automatic double. A little bit of a hanging curveball there from Cutter. Not what he was looking to do in that count. And Beatty, who won the World Series in the COVID year with the Dodgers, has 2 doubles in 2 at-bats.
That was a hanger.
Worry about the young pitchers in this Red Sox rotation kind of hitting a wall. Both Crawford and Bayo are reaching innings levels they've just not been all that familiar with. Here's Drew Waters, switch hitter batting left. He takes outside, ball 1. Surf and Turf on sale at Shaws and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack beef T-bone or porterhouse steak. And bags of raw shrimp, all $6.97 a pound. And you use the digital coupon. 1-0 to Drew Waters. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. 93 with that fastball. 1-1. Red Sox will manage their workloads, both of them. Some of the dipping in velocity certainly can be attributed to that for Crawford. 1-1. Here's the pitch. That is up and in a Cutter. Now Crawford has fanned 6 Royals. He's had swing and miss stuff.
But a lot of traffic.
In and out of trouble all night long. Last year, 77 and a third innings pitched, and already in this season, 82. Now going on 86 here in the top of the 4th. 1-0 Royals. The 2-1 is hammered high and deep into right field. Verdugo back to the track at the wall. It is gone. Over the Red Sox bullpen. Loud contact continues for the Royals, and they lead it 3-0. 13th home run allowed by Cutter this season, and here comes Dave Bush. Second time through the order has been allowed. 2 doubles and a homer. The Royals, to Joe's point, left 5 in the first 3 innings. And that was a cut fastball that was absolutely right in the heart of the plate. A cutter that does not is, I think, just about the most hittable pitch going in baseball today. Sort of like a hanging slider. Is Kyle Isbell, left-handed hitter. Digs in, still nobody out, 2 more runs in. Here's a high fly into center field. Duvall circles around it in front of the triangle. Plenty of room to spare. He's there to make the play. And 1 down. Brian Bayo was, of course, on the mound yesterday. This season is now thrown 108 innings, which is 51 more than a season ago in the big leagues. Here's Michael Garcia. 1 down. He swings and misses at an elevated fastball, and it's 0-1. And so, on the one hand, you got James Paxton, who is being managed for different reasons, and the same story with Crawford and Bayo. The 0-1 is swung on and missed, cut fastball 0-2. And that's why you can't have Sale and Whitlock and Houck come back soon enough. Red Sox need innings and pitches. Trying to get themselves back in the race. Toronto is in Cleveland. The Guardians lead the Blue Jays 1-0 in the 3rd. 0-2 is dribbled foul on the third base line. And it's 1-2. All that on the Subaru of New England scoreboard. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of the summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. 0-2 to Michael Garcia. Pitch. Swinging a line hopper into right field. That's a base hit. That is Kansas City's 7th hit. 3rd of this inning.
12-game hit streak for Garcia.
And now Cutter, who was limited to 81 pitches in his last start, already at 73, and that will get the bullpen going. Could be Brennan Bernardino, who gets a baseball and begins to throw. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. He takes a cut fastball for strike on the outside corner. Yeah, it is Bernardino getting it lathered up. 0-1 to Witt. Double play depth behind Crawford. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Mighty rip and a 91 mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-2. I mean, that is the Crawford signature. Swing and miss on the heater. And even though it's been loud at times today, he's had some of that going. 7 whiffs on 27 fastballs. 0-2. to Bobby Witt Jr. Runner at first, 1 down. The pitch is outside his slider.
Bobby remains a great Patriots fan. He grew up in Dallas, but of course with the New England roots in Canton, Mass. He'd come to New England every summer, visit his grandparents who had a home on the Cape, and would often see a Red Sox game or two.
So he's probably happy that Bill O'Brien's back calling offensive plays. 1 ball, 2 strikes to him. The pitch is fouled off on the first base side. I love that you're wearing your Red Sox Mass Mutual shirt today. Is that a Cobb salad?
It's my charger, Marcia.
Joe
taking it.
has been thrown out of the meeting. Just like Aaron Boone. I hope Boone has seen that commercial. If not, I'm going to play it for him when we see him at Yankee Stadium. 1-2. Only right after he does the Alex Cora impersonation. Runner goes, and that hits Witt. That is a scary moment for these Royals. It got him up on the left side around his hands. He's holding his two hands together. Shot of his father with an understandably concerned look. And it looks like Witt's going to be okay. Rather interestingly, he's got the protective guard on his right hand, which is not ordinarily the one that faces the pitcher.
And on the thumb in particular.
And it got him, I think, on the right fingers, which obviously do not have any padding on them. And Alex Cora is coming out. He's seen enough from Cutter Crawford. He's going to go to Bernardino to face the lefty Massey. And just a startling outing from Crawford, who's been so steady after the All-Star break. So you hope Bobby Witt and those very valuable right fingers are okay. Bernardino going to try to come on and put out a fire. 3-0 Royals. Still only one out in the top of the fourth in the Shaw's and Star Market. WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
New England. It's time to get out there in a built Ford tough truck, and it starts at your New England Ford dealer's Discover Summer Sales Event. From the detail-oriented F-150 to the all-new Super Duty, there's no surprise why F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight, are the best way to make this summer one for the books. With your New England Ford dealers stocked with fresh inventory, now's the best time to discover summer in a Ford. Claim based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales. During this call to the bullpen, it's the perfect time to check out all the great content at buyfordnow.com. Find Ford offers you won't see advertised anywhere else. Search Ford dealer inventory for your dream vehicle. Compare Ford SUVs, trucks, and electric vehicles versus the competition. Calculate your trade-in value and learn about exclusive offers for military and first responders. So, visit buyfordnow.com and then see your New England Ford dealers.
Brendan Bernardino is coming on out of the Red Sox bullpen earlier than the Red Sox would have envisioned. One down in the top of the fourth. The Royals already with 3 runs in, and they've got a real threat going here. 2 on, still only 1 out for Michael Massey, who has walked and doubled in the game. And Cutter is out after just 3 1/3 innings. He gave up 7 hits, walked 2. 3 doubles and a homer. He did strike out 6, Crawford. In a starting role. A little bit of an abbreviated outing for Cutter. Now to Bernardino, who has just been a model of consistency. 35th appearance for him. He's struck out 44 and walked only 10 in 37 1/3 innings. He's got a new glove, does Brendan, sort of for these City Connect unis. Light blue shade. Which, has to make Trevor Story happy on the night he comes back and rejoins the club. That's Trevor's favorite color by a long shot. I always loved Carolina blue, and even when the Red Sox wear the home whites or the road reds, Trevor sprinkles in baby blue all over the place. So here's Bernardino in a big spot. Red Sox trying to stay in this thing. Still only 3-0, but 2 on, 1 out for Massey. First career multi-home run game 2 weeks ago against the Yankees. For Massey, Bernardino throws, and he clips the outside corner with a fastball. 0-1. He is fearless, Brendan. That's one of the things that has really endeared him to this staff. He attacks. Casas way behind Witt at first. 0-1 is a shot off the right side. Casas leaps and makes the play. He throws to second, but a little late. Good reaction there by Garcia to slide back to the bag. Casas, a great leaping catch. And the Red Sox nearly get out of it with a double play.
Lucky he's 6'5".
Perfectly positioned. That right there is the benefit when you're not trying to hold the runner because he's backed up on the bases. The trail runner with a left-handed hitter playing off the line. Good break for the Red Sox. So Massey is gone. Here's Salvador Perez, who's probably happy that Crawford's gone. He saw him twice and struck out twice. Brennan Bernardino sort of closed off stretching set. He spins, throws to second, and it's into the outfield. That is a huge unforced error. Over to third goes Garcia. Witt started to go to second, but wisely held as Duvall backed the play up. So, an error on Bernardino. Still first and third with 2 down. I mean, in the main balance of things, that's not the end of the world with 2 outs that the runner gets to third, but a soft dribbler on the infield, something like that. Certainly a wild pitch or a passed ball could get another Kansas City run home. Red Sox are catching the Royals at the wrong time. Before their little mini slide here, they had won 7 of 8 games, playing their best baseball. And some signs for their young core coming together. Quatrero's out to talk to the umpires here about something. I think probably about how many disengagements Bernardino has used, including that throwback to the second base bag, because of the fact that it's Bobby Witt at first. That's why they want to clarify that, to understand whether or not Witt can feel more free to run. Which now that second base is open, you think he will test it.
Probably take the bat out of Salvi's hands.
Here's the pitch. That's a backdoor breaking ball, curve, and it's 1-0. That's a good point. And that would be the disincentive to taking off here. They would, you're right, almost certainly rather face MJ Melendez, left-handed hitter on deck. 1-0. Runners at the corners, 3-0 KC. He does run. The pitch is outside. Wong will not throw. So now we'll see what the Red Sox do. Witt with a second steal in the game, 34 on the season, and so far the Red Sox are going to continue to pitch to Perez, which is playing by fire. You did see Alex Cora right now just mouth to Dave Bush, should we walk him? 2-0 is low, ball 3. And they're certainly going to pitch carefully. Generally speaking, I'm a proponent when it gets to a count like this to just put him on.
And they will.
Yeah. There's just only bad things can happen in that situation. So now the bases are loaded. With 2 down, key spot for MJ Melendez. Three 3-0 already for Kansas City. They're trying to bust this thing wide open. Melendez is struck out and walked. Bernardino throws. And a strike right on the outside corner, 0-1. I don't know how I feel about the fact that that is going to go into the books on the ledger of everybody as an intentional walk, since they threw 3 pitches to him. 0-1 is a strike. Great curveball, and it's 0-2. One of those times where you feel like an essential out for Bernardino, and Melendez takes his use of time. 4 leadoff homers last year, 4th most by an American League rookie, and the man who has the all-time record is Nomar. Here's a breaking ball that misses outside, 7 in 1997. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 down with the bases loaded. Bernardino trying to wiggle out of a major jam. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a high pop-up into shallow center field. Story goes back. He is called off by Duvall, and Adam Duvall is there to make the play. The error does not harm the Red Sox, but the 2-run homer from Drew Waters most certainly does. Bottom 4 is next. 3-0 Kansas City on the Shaw's and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Heading back to school? Kids' cuts are only $12 at JCPenney Salon. Bring your K through 6th graders in today for a cool cut they'll love. Or take $12 off any styling service of $30 or more and send them back to class looking fresh. Walk-ins are welcome, but spots fill up fast. Skip the line and book an appointment at jcp.com/salon. Feel your best from the first day forward. JCPenney. Offers valid through 9/23. Must book with designer or senior designer. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Where easy listening goes all electric with your favorite hits like impressive style.
Easy peasy.
And intuitive touchscreen.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Yeah.
And smooth acceleration.
Easy peasy.
The all-electric BZ4X. Electric made easy beasy. Toyota, let's go places.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story to lead it off in the bottom of the fourth. Red Sox sure could use a jolt here. Story, his first time struck out swinging. Trevor played only 94 games for the Red Sox a year ago. He begins the Herb Chambers batting order, will be followed by Devers and Casas. Singer, who's been really good, fires a sinker on the outside corner to Story, strike one. And the Orioles lead the Astros 6-2. That came in the fifth inning. Tampa and the Cardinals tied at 1 in the eighth. The Story fouls a slider back. And the Orioles, with a 3-game lead in the American League East, have to feel very good about their positioning, especially given the news of today that Shane McClanahan is not likely to pitch for the rest of the whole year. Another devastating pitching injury for the Rays. No balls, 2 strikes to Story. I mean, they're already down Jeffrey Springs and Rasmussen. Glass now being examined. 0-2 the pitch. That is swung on and missed. He got him with a slider. Third strikeout for Singer, 2 of Story. And with 1 down, here comes Devers. League leaders and who's circling the drain is brought to you by Drains by James, Eastern Mass's choice for drain cleaning and pipelining. Residential and commercial at drainsbyjames.com. They give a poop about your pipes. How about the strongest throwing arms in the game? Nolan Jones of the Colorado Rockies is the strongest according to the tracking metrics at Baseball Savant. Ezekiel Duran of the Rangers and Ellie De La Cruz of the Reds. Ronald Acuna Jr., the 5th strongest. 0-1 to Raffy is a little bit outside, and it's 1-1.
De La Cruz is also first in sprint speed.
Sure. Why not?
Got to be up there in power, too.
Here is a sinker that misses outside of Devers. 2 balls and 1 strike so far. Kind of a sleepy offensive night for the Red Sox. 2-1. Devers chops it foul outside of first. And it's 2-2. Devers, the 15th highest average speed off the bat. Aaron Judge leads the game. Average exit velocity of 97 miles an hour. Then Acuna and Matt Olson. 2-2 to Devers with 1 down in the 4th. Here's the pitch. That's down and in. At some point, I know it's random. There are more pitching injuries because of the clock and a lot of other factors. But my goodness, what franchise has more debilitating injuries to their pitchers than Tampa? 3-2 is a soft ground ball on the right side. Massey to his right from second base. He throws to first in time, and Devers is gone.
You wonder why.
Fourth inning brought to you by Cars for Kids. Donate your car and help a child today. Yeah, I mean, they do such a wonderful job maxing out ability of pitchers, focusing on their strengths, but it really is a max effort philosophy.
Yeah, throw as hard as you can, as long as you can, particularly for their relievers who tend to blow out.
And frequently, too. Here's Casas. He drives one high into shallow left field. Coming in, Melendez, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for the Red Sox. Singer has sent down 9 in a row. Slowly going today. 3-0 Kansas City after 4 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Summer is a great time to get your yearly checkup. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano from Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island, reminding you to schedule checkups for everyone in your family to help you stay healthy. Your doctor will answer any questions and make sure everyone is up to date on screenings and vaccines.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
Heading back to school? Kids' cuts are only $12 at JCPenney Salon. Bring your K through 6th graders in today for a cool cut they'll love. Or take $12 off any styling service of $30 or more and send them back to class looking fresh. Walk-ins are welcome, but spots fill up fast. Skip the line and book an appointment at jcp.com/salon. Feel your best from the first day forward. JCPenney. Offers valid through 9/23. Must book with designer or senior designer. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Jones and Mego, weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Well, Dinelson Lamet is becoming the 31st pitcher to toe the slab for the Red Sox this season. That includes Pablo Reyes, who's pitched twice, the infielder. So 30 pitchers by profession have taken the mound for the Red Sox, with the addition of Lamet, who had big league experience with the San Diego Padres and the Colorado Rockies. His Red Sox debut, he's wearing the number 32 in the back of the City Connect yellow jerseys. As the Red Sox trail 3-0 here in the 5th inning, Bernardino came on to face 3 men, retired 2, and gave up an intentional walk. He also stranded 2 runners.
I don't know if anybody's worn 32 since Matt Barnes.
I can't think of anyone. Maybe in spring training. So here's Lamet. And his first pitch coming here. And it is a ball 1 low and away to Edward Olivares. Olivares struck out and grounded out 5-3. Right-hand batting DH in Venezuela. And he takes a strike over the outside edge. 1-1, 3-0 Kansas City in the 5th. Lamet posted a 4.61 ERA, 117 career games. There's a foul line to the right out of play.
This year with the Rockies, 16 major league outings, 11.57 earned run average. This guy finished 4th in the Cy Young voting in 2020 with the Padres.
1-2, the COVID-shortened season. 2 balls and 2 strikes now as that one's down and away to the right-hand batting Olivares. He's the 3rd Red Sox pitcher. There it is. A little bit low. He missed down and in with a sinking pitch. Dinelson Lamet, Lamet. 6'3", 228 pounds. 31 years old. There's a swing and a line drive up the middle into right center, a base hit. He's from Santiago in the Dominican Republic. Debuted the big leagues in May of 2017 with San Diego. His major league win-loss record 17-24. 1-4 this year with Colorado.
Well, every time you ask Brendan Bernardino to do something, he seems to be up for the challenge, and he was again.
One of the nicest stories of the season. Really a refreshing guy, very personable, and so happy to be in the big leagues. Here's Beatty, who's doubled twice, and he takes a strike.
We've talked about how bullpens that succeed have guys like Bernardino and Schreiber, on and on, but there have been a lot of guys that Red Sox have hoped would morph into that just have not.
No balls and a strike to this left-hand batter. The pitch is swung at it high, but not deep to right center. Verdugo is over. He's there and makes the catch in medium depth right center for the out. So 1 on, 1 out. And now Drew Waters is single to right and then lined a home run over the Red Sox bullpen. On deck would be Kyle Isbell. Who's on Deck? Brought to you by On Deck, America's largest online small business lender. Applied today at ondeck.com. Clement in that 20 season for the Padres, 3-1 and 12 starts with a 2.09 ERA. Here's a call strike. That sinker was at 94. 1 on, 1 out, 3-0 Kansas City. The Royals have already stranded 8 runners. Runner goes from first. The pitch is fouled. First base side, out of play.
This game's been a little bit lethargic thus far.
Yeah, it's had that feel to it. Of course, if you don't hit, the Red Sox have had just 1 hit, a single by Casas in the second. You tend to look flat. He was in 16 games, Lamet was for the Rockies with 4 starts this year. Check swing, he went around, then a pitch down and in, that strike 3. Waters looks startled.
But if you're Eric Neander and the Tampa Bay Rays, you're just muttering to yourself because they went out and made the big splash, moved a prospect to go get Aaron Savali, and now some issues with Glasnow, and they lose McClanahan.
That's a huge loss. 11-game winner, throw to first, runner back. He was a leading Cy Young candidate for much of the first 3 months anyway. Now who would it be? Bautista the closer?
Possibility.
For the Orioles. Here's the pitch home, and it's a little bit low. Today's Red Sox code word of the game is teamwork. Make sure to enter your code of the member portal today to claim your points. One-0 delivery. And it swung on, loop to left field. Could be trouble, but over goes Yoshida, or Duran rather, to make the catch to his right for the out. That retires the side. After 4.5, 3-0 Kansas City on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
What makes an occasion special? Does it have to involve a birthday, anniversary, or promotion? Or can it be that first juicy bite of a perfectly cooked burger, shared over laughs with good friends on a warm summer night? Sounds pretty special to us. Together, we bring more. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride and some fresh ocean air on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. visit blackislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
Hey, this is Tristan Casas. This is the home of the Sox, WEEI.
Brady Singer has been the big start for Kansas City. He's allowed just 2 base runners, a walk to Yoshida in the first and a single to Casas leading off the second. His Royals have a 3-0 lead as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. And the first pitch is a ball to Duvall, leading off in the Herb Chambers batting order, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Honda Boston, and Honda Burlington. 6'5" righty fires and a foul straight back out of play. Singer's added a changeup of late. We haven't seen many tonight. Good fastball and an excellent slider. Number 1 pick of the Royals in 2017 out of Gainesville, the Florida Gators. The pitch, swinging a high drive, left field. This is crushed on a high fastball, and it is long gone. Into Lansdowne Street, a long home run for Adam Duvall, his 10th of the year, his 30th RBI, and it's 3-1 Kansas City. Up and in, and he nailed it. Got him with a blast, and the Red Sox are on the board, cutting the deficit to 2 runs.
This ballpark and this club needed a jolt. That is it right there. Obliterated from Duvall.
Woke up the crowd. Let's see if it wakes up the other bats. Number 10, Verdugo, who wants into a force his first time, and he takes a strike.
424 at 109 miles an hour off the bat.
That was a no-doubter over the monster seats and deep into the night. Low and inside, ball.
That's one you would not have had to heed Ken Coleman's advice on.
You wouldn't have to wait. No waiting there. It was nailed. 1-1 to Alex. Brady's pitch inside. He almost hit on the elbow with that one. 2 balls and a strike as Brady Singer had been cruising. Gives up a blast. His 13th gopher ball this year. Ball's last home run came July 30th at San Francisco. That went 2. Count goes to 2-2.
I like a lot of advanced statistics. Here's one I don't like. Expected batting average. That one for Duvall, expected .920 batting average.
Why isn't it 1,000? Here's the pitch. Here's a pop fly, left center field, sinking fast, and a diving attempt, and it comes up short. Will go on his way to second. He's going to have a double. Center fielder Isbell came on. Was about a foot short in his diving attempt. That cost him an extra base, and Verdugo has a 2-bagger. So now the Red Sox get the tying run of the plate here in the last of the 5th, and Pablo Reyes, last night's hero.
Sure, that's a risk worth taking in the spot the Royals are in.
I didn't think he had much of a chance to reach it. So Alex into second. Reyes grounded into a force his first time up 6-4. He's the tying run. Singer deals, and he bluffs a bunt and takes it for the ball outside. Alex Verdugo at second, his 28th double.
Like, in what universe is the ball that Duvall just launched not a hit?
Sometimes those numbers make no sense. Here's a swing and a shot up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman. Massey fires across in time to get Reyes as Duvall takes third. On the Cape Cod League scoreboard, tonight's Cape Cod League games rained out. Bourne will play Hyannis tomorrow at 6 o'clock in a playoff game. Cape Cod Healthcare, the official healthcare sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, with 6 convenient locations from Falmouth to Orleans. Open daily, no appointment needed. Staffed by board-certified ER providers. Wait times at capecodhealth.org. While the infield coming in almost halfway, and the pitch to Connor Wong is fouled to the right out of play.
What a great approach by Reyes. I mean, The guy pitches a scoreless ninth inning 2 days ago, walk-off grand slam last night, and then that's just a great inside-out swing.
Got the runner to third. Now he can score on an out. The pitch. Check swing, fastball on the inside. He did not go, says the first base umpire, Emil Jimenez. 3-1 Kansas City. Royals looking at those 9 men they've left on base tonight over 5 innings. Here's the pitch home, and Wong lines it on into right field. A base hit. Duvall can trot home. It's 3-2 Kansas City. Connor Wong with an opposite field hit, driving in his 25th run. As the right fielder Waters gets it back quickly. Well, the productive out by Reyes makes dividends, because that ball was hit so hard, I don't think Duvall could have scored from second on it. It was a fastball up and out over the plate. A Singer getting hit hard. Out of the top of the order with Duran, who grounded out 3-1. A great play made at first by Beatty, and then he flied out to center. The pitch is low, but a call strike. Ooh.
No.
Didn't look like a strike.
And hasn't been called one all night.
3-2 Royals, tying run at first with 1 out in the 5th. Brady Singer's pitch is a strike over the outer half. Change up away. Pitch he's been working on for left-hand hitters in particular. Singer hit 0-2. Duran trying to break an 0 for 13, and he takes strike 3. Couldn't pull the trigger on a pitch down and in. That first strike call sort of set the tone for the at-bat. Coach Aaron goes back to the dugout, and here's Yoshida, who walked and grounded out to the shortstop. 4 strikeouts now for Singer. 3-2 Kansas City in the 5th. Number Story would be next if Yoshida can reach, and he takes a strike. Singer down and away at 93. Red Sox Royals will begin September with a 3-game series at Kauffman Stadium. Pitch home, swinging a high fly, left field, slice toward the line, long run for the left fielder, and by the side wall, it is caught by Melendez for the out that retires the side. Red Sox do get 2, and after 5, 3-2 Royals on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Summer is a great time to get your yearly checkup. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano from Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island, reminding you to schedule checkups for everyone in your family to help you stay healthy. Your doctor will answer any questions and make sure everyone is up to date on screenings and vaccines.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
I have dreams, big dreams, and I want to do something big with my life. I believe education opens doors to opportunity. I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm ready to invest in myself. I chose the University of Cincinnati Online because it's a real school. It's nationally ranked and has been around for over 200 years. That's the kind of degree that opens doors. And yes, it's actually affordable. UC works for me, and that's why I'm here. Learn more today at online.uc.edu.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wildcard chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey. The Rich Keefe Show. Weekdays weekday afternoon starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
People are getting proposed to left and right tonight at Fenway Park. Second inning in a row. We've had a marriage proposal accepted. The Red Sox will take more of those if they lead to more runs. 2 runs scored in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2 Kansas City. Denilson Lamet continues in the game. He'll see the top of the Royals order. Herb Chambers batting order. Michael Garcia rushed back with a slider for ball 1. Herb Chambers batting order in this frame, sponsored by Herb Chambers, Honda Seekonk, and Honda Westboro. 1-0. That's a little low for ball 2. This becomes a very significant inning for Lamet and the Red Sox. Before the Red Sox got the home run from Duvall, an unusual proposal. The 2-0 is fouled back. We had a young lady in a Red Sox jersey propose marriage to a young man in a Royals jersey and hat.
That doesn't happen every day.
No. I don't know all that many Kansas City Royals fans, really. Some of them are here tonight. The 2-1 pitch is loop foul on the first base side. We'll be in Kansas City the first weekend in September. One of the underrated ballparks in the whole game, Kauffman Stadium.
They're trying to get a new park in downtown Kansas City. And one guy they have to go through is the Jackson County Commissioner, former Royals Hall of Famer, Frank White, former Red Sox first base coach. He is the administrator.
2-2 pitch from slider that misses outside 3-2. Currently, it's right across the parking lot from Arrowhead. Home of the Chiefs. Lamet is ready. The payoff is up and in. He did not want to do that.
The K opened in 1973. But there's a lot of sentiment going downtown, but see how Frank White responds. What a great second baseman he was, and a very good coach here with the Red Sox for several years.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. appears okay after being hit on the right hand his last time. He's singled, popped out, and been plunked. The pitch to him here is swung and fouled off. Upper deck, first base side. You were talking to Pam Ken today before the ball game. She was saying she heard from another baseman the other day, none other than Dustin Pedroia. 0-1, the pitch is in the dirt and to the backstop. The runner was off, and now he rounds second. He heads for third. Wong's throw almost into the outfield. And so, on a wild pitch, after the steal, all the way over to third is Michael Garcia.
Wow, can he motor?
Holy moly, that was lightning bolt. So a walk, a steal, and a wild pitch. That's such a heads-up play by Garcia. He never really broke stride. Now the Red Sox bring the infield in, 1-1 to Bobby Witt Jr. Here's the pitch, and that is popped up. Back of home plate. Will the yard hold it? Wong throws the mask away, and on the track he's there to make the play. Huge first out for Lamet. He dodges Witt, and it'll bring up Michael Massey. The PD is apparently quite content coaching baseball out in the Valley of the Sun. One down now, 3-2 Royals.
18 steals for Garcia. They have 69, most in the league. The Royals do.
There's Michael Massey, left-handed hitter. Infield stays in, of course, and a fastball misses outside, ball 1. We were talking about Nomar and all the leadoff home runs he hit in his rookie year. And it's amazing in the last few decades here how the Red Sox have been robbed of some almost surefire spots in the Hall of Fame. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. A slider, and it's 1-1 because of injury.
And Nomar was a certainty with the leg issues.
1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swinging a little dribbler on the third base line, and this is going to get a run in. Devers gloves. He throws to first. That's the only play he had. Another gift run offered by the Red Sox. A walk, a steal, a wild pitch. And it's 4-2 Kansas City. That's a little bit deflating after Sox got back within one run. And now here is Salvador Perez. There's just been way too much of that this season. Giving runs away. You do have to credit Garcia and his speed for producing that one. Here's the pitch to Perez outside ball one. Salvi twice struck out. Then when facing a 3-0 count was put on intentionally. He swings over the top of a slider and it's 1-1. Red Sox trying to catch lightning in a bottle with this right-handed pitcher. Get you caught up with the Subaru of New England scoreboard in a moment. 1-1 pitch. Swinging a line drive toward the monster and left. It's not going to be high enough, but it bangs off the MGM sign. Duran, barehanded, plays the carom beautifully, and that holds Perez to a green monster single. That's one where the monster takes away. That is out in Kansas City and many other places.
Probably another waterfalls in Kansas City.
No kidding. He hit one there to end the game last summer against the Red Sox. Don't miss out on a Subaru summer. Make the most of summer in a brand new 2023 Subaru. Details at SubaruofNewEngland.com. So run into the 6-4-2 Kansas City is a foul off the bat of MJ Melendez. Play, and it's 0-1. Orioles and the Astros in the 7th inning at Camden, and it's 6-2 O's. 0-1 the pitch. Outside. Fastball not close, and it's 1-1. Tampa put up a couple runs. They lead St. Louis 4-2 in the 9th. Toronto's still trailing 1-0 in Cleveland. 1-1 pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Slider. And then it's 1-2. Cleveland got a great start that's still going by Tanner Bybee. Blue Jays countered with Kikuchi. Here's a high fly into deep left field. This thing is back at the wall, and it is gone. MJ Melendez, an opposite field homer into the first row of the monster seats. That is anything but the shutdown inning the Red Sox needed. It is 6-2 Kansas City. Herein lies the risk of trying to reclaim guys and thrust them right into important games. That ball was smoked, and on a 1-2 pitch, he got a ton of that.
Well, that is at 3 homers in 6 games against the Red Sox last year. Hit .433 against them.
So disappointing for Lamet and Boston. I mean, it started with the leadoff walk and then loud contact after a wild pitch. So right when the Red Sox and their crowd were getting right back into it, a deflating top of the 6th. Here's Edward Olivares, and a foul back to the screen on a slider. 0-1. Surf and Turf now on sale at Shaw's and Star Market today through Thursday. Value pack T-bone or porterhouse steak. And bags of raw shrimp. The 0-1. That's in the dirt. Slider that missed, and it's 1-1. $6.97 a pound. Use the digital coupon limit 2 packages. Save on the best of land and sea. Shaw's and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh. 1-1. Line drive on the ground, actually, into right field. That's a base hit. So loud contact continues, and the Boo Birds are out at Fenway. Not going well for Lamet here. You wondered whether the Red Sox might deviate from the plan to stick with Lamet once they made it a 1-run game, but again, with so many innings consumed by the bullpen over the weekend against the Blue Jays, they are limited out there.
And your starter goes 3 1/3. Becomes almost like another bullpen game.
It does. Too many of those of late. Matt Beatty is the hitter, and he takes a fastball inside for ball 1. He's got 2 doubles and scored 2 runs. Started the year with the Giants. Having a good offensive season. 1-0. The pitch is low. The slider, ball 2.
Aaron Boone said he was embarrassed by his post-game tirade and the mimicking of the home plate umpire Laz Diaz last night. Said he had to stand up for his players, though. 6 ejections this year for Booney.
I am not regretting that ejection. 2-0 pitch is outside throw to second with the runner going. Not in time. Tag applied by Story, but the running Royals have another steal, this time Olivares. So they've stolen 4 bases in the game. And that one was taken off of Lamet. No chance at all for Wong to throw.
He did say that he heard from many of his fellow managers, adding it was a lot of funny stuff mostly. Alex enjoyed it.
3-0. Fouled off. He offered to pay half the fine, which will be hefty.
Does Booney know that?
Yeah, he told him on the phone.
Really?
Yeah.
He probably won't accept it.
I wouldn't think so. He's doing just fine, although there will be rumors and questions swirling in New York if things continue, as they so often do. The 3-1 is hammered toward the Red Sox bullpen, way back in right field. On the run, Verdugo makes a running grab. He crashes into the bullpen wall, and that saved at least another run. It was loud in the top of the 6th. 3 runs in. 6-2 Kansas City. From Shaw's and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
You've been wanting to check out that news story that everyone's talking about, but you just can't find the time. That's why the On Deadline podcast is here. We pull together interviews from Odyssey's radio newsrooms across the country and add important context so you can really get the news fast. From wildfires and catastrophes at sea to new laws and presidential candidates, we'll have coast-to-coast coverage for you all in one place. Subscribe to On Deadline on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your podcasts.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride and some fresh ocean air on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blackislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
Ask your smart speaker to play 93.7 WEEI. Now back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
Trevor Story swings at the first pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning and lines it foul down the right field side. Now to play. First loud contact for him, but not inside the chalk, and it's 0-1, 6-2 Kansas City. The 1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Seattle Mariners brought out the best in Story right here at Fenway Park a summer ago. 1 pitch, swing and a miss. Slider. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. That is a week the likes of which very few people in the history of the game have enjoyed. Trevor, first time operating in a big league game with a pitch clock, steps out, uses his time. Six-year big money contract for last season. 1-2 is a ground ball to short. Bobby Witt Jr. has it. Story is flying down the line. It's a close play, but Trevor gone. 1 down. That'll bring up Devers. We've not yet had a chance to watch Trevor run like that. Should be very fun with the new rules. Last year, that unbelievable stretch right here against the Mariners in the middle of May. 1 game in which he drove in 7. Here's the pitch to Devers. That misses inside, ball 1. 3 homers that night. Another big fly and 4 driven in the next game. and then single RBIs in the next 2. So he drove in 13 runs in that 4-game series. Here's the 1-0, and that's outside to Devers. And then we went onto the south side of Chicago the very next day, and he drove in 4 with another home run. Just an outrageous week. 2-0. Swinging a shot into center field. Coming in is Bell. He's there. That thing was absolutely pounded, but it just stayed on a line. And Devers is out number 2 to bring up Tristan Casas. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Accounts and descriptions may not be disseminated without the express written consent of EEI and the Red Sox. Here's Casas, who's singled and flied to left. Pitch is low and outside, a slider. And it's 1-0. Devers hit that ball on the button. 104 off the bat. 1-0. Strike. The zone has expanded a little bit here, I think, later in the game, especially away to left-handed hitters. Carapazza says it's 1-1 to Tristan Casas. Here's the pitch. Outside. Alex Core did tell me when talking about the Boone ejection that oftentimes he'll go back and watch games, and that he often changes his mind from his initial impression about a pitch that he thought was outside or high, and watching it again.
That dugout's really a tough place.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell high or low, but in and out's a little more difficult.
It is. He also said he thinks the box can many times be wrong on television. Misleading.
Depending on the angle here. Yeah.
2-1 is a check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. According to Nick Marley. Kristen doesn't think so. Nick Marley's had a quick trigger down at the third base line. I think he held up there. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Casas hits a little dribbler on the third base side. Very difficult play for Garcia. Bare hands. Throws to first, but not in time. It also pulled the first baseman Beatty off the bag. And so that is a unicorn. An infield hit for Tristan Casas. Baseball can be so cruel. I mean, Devers hits it as hard as you possibly can. He's retired, and then Tristan does that. And it's a knock. So the inning continues for Adam Duvall, who launched one his last time. Here is a sinker on the inside corner for strike 1. 6-2 Royals, 2 down with runner aboard. Bottom of this 6th inning. Red Sox are going to stay away from Turner today and likely even the next couple of days. Royals still in town. And then they leave. The Tigers roll in before heading off to D.C., New York, and Houston. Yankees are at the White Sox today. Scoreless in the 4th. 0-1 outside to Duvall. And a ball and a strike. Sitco's sign. White bands of light up and down. The red triangle in the middle shrinking above the monster in left. 1-1 to Duvall. Hit one nearly 2 at his last time. Here he takes a sinker outside, and it's 2-1. Duvall put a jolt into this ballpark, and then the Red Sox really got back into it. On a long base hit, but 3 runs back for the Royals in the top of this inning. 2-1 is a ground ball to third. Garcia to his right has it. He throws to second. That's the wise play. Plenty of time to get Casas. And the inning is over. To the 7th inning. 6-2. Red Sox trailing the Royals in the Shaw's and Star Market WEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Summer is a great time to get your yearly checkup. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano from Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island, reminding you to schedule checkups for everyone in your family to help you stay healthy. Your doctor will answer any questions and make sure everyone is up to date on screenings and vaccines.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
If you need me, you can find me lost in the music. A Magnum double caramel ice cream bar in hand. Treating myself with as much as I want, when I want it, because more is more. Come on, get carried away with me. Magnum ice cream. More is more. Discover decadence in store or online at magnumicecream.com.
Odyssey's I'm Listening is our commitment to more mental health conversations. Here's Corey Taylor of Slipknot on getting the help you need.
When people feel like they can't get any help, that's when they isolate and that's when they hurt themselves. Find what works. If it's medication, it's medication. If it's therapy, it's therapy. If it's both, it's both. But don't be afraid to try both. You know, there's nothing wrong with admitting that you need help.
Talk saves lives. For more mental health conversations, visit imlistening.org.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
To the top of the seventh we go, and Nick Robertson is on to the mound for the Red Sox. He will see Drew Waters, Kyle Isbell, and Michael Garcia, 7, 8, and 9 in the Herb Chambers batting order for KC. Sponsored by Herb Chambers Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram of Danvers and Millbury. Drew Waters swinging it from the left side, hit a big two-run homer in the fourth. Fouls a 96-mile-an-hour fastball from Robertson off. On the third base side, and it's 0-1. Big, tall right-hander throws, and fastball misses. 1-1. Made his Red Sox debut Sunday against the Blue Jays. Allowed a run in the eighth inning. A walk and a strikeout. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He chased a changeup up at the top of the zone. Actually, it did bite down and away from him, and it's 1-2. Robertson ready. Here's a foul ball, another change. And it's 1-2. You're going to do a Bo Sox Club event later this week. And
Family Day tomorrow, yeah.
And you're going to have some very fun conversations.
Karen Durant, Adam Duvall, and Justin Turner.
1-2 is a little looper in a shallow center field behind Story in front of Duvall, and that is a base hit. Well, three of them very good talkers. I know the families with the Bo Sox Club will love those chats. Amazing the impact Turner's made on this team in less than one full season.
And on the community. Mm-hmm. Very civic-minded.
I saw where Garrett Whitlock was at the Jimmy Fund Clinic today. Doing a lot of great work, as always. Here is Kyle Isbell. It's almost like a pitch out. The runner goes, but still not in time. That's amazing. Drew Waters, another steal. And the Royals are running all over the Red Sox tonight.
5 steals, giving them 71 on the season.
Clearly, Robertson not real quick to the plate. Because that was really like a high and away fastball, a quasi pitch out. Here's a drive into the gap in right center field that's going to get another run in. Going to third is Waters. He's waved home. Duvall's throw to second, not nearly in time. Another extra base hit. Bullpen woes continue, and it's 7-2 Royals. All the innings and strain on the Sox bullpen is
catching
really starting to add up.
Plus, you got, well, we said this is the 31st pitcher the Red Sox have used, 30 real pitchers, and of course Reyes has pitched twice.
Here's Michael Garcia. He's a little low. Kevin Youkilis Jonathan Papelbon. Jim Rice went over to the clinic today. It's just, if you ever need your spirits lifted, see the pictures of those kids with Red Sox players. The 1-0 is skied, foul down the right field side, out of play, and it's 1-1. It's just a very difficult needle to thread when you're trying to navigate a big league season without 5 healthy starters. 1-1. That's a pop-up foul on the first base side. That will make the seats. And it's 1-2. Garrett is going to start tomorrow for the Woo Sox. Tanner Houck scheduled to go the following day. And because it wasn't an arm injury for Tanner, he's a little bit ahead of schedule. 1-2. 7-2 Kansas City. The pitch is inside with a change. And it's 2-2. Yeah, Red Sox have high hopes for Robertson. Came over in the Kike deal. They thought they might have something in Yovera too. 2-2. Swing and a miss. A foul caught by Wong. And there is the first out of the 7th. Since Whitlock went on the IL with the bone bruise, as it turned out, the Red Sox lead Major League Baseball in bullpen innings. That was the 4th of July.
That catches up.
It does. Here's Bobby Witt Jr. takes high. This feels a little uneasy right here that Witt might be thinking about. Lands down at the moment. I think really for a lot of July, as the Red Sox played so well, it was some of Alex Cora's best work as a manager. 1-0. Runner dancing and running for third. He's going to get there easily without a throw. And Robertson is just not doing enough to contain the running game. I mean, he kind of went even before first movement, did Isbell. It's the 6th steal of the night for the Royals. Now with a runner 3rd and 1 down the infield, comes in. Robertson is ready. And a strike on the outside corner, 1-2. There are teams that have pulled it off. You know, all these openers and bullpen arms, and that have consistently kind of morphed guys into elite relievers. But it is a very hard thing to do. The 1-2 pitch is just outside. Good fastball. And it's 2-2. I mean, the more certain elements of the Red Sox bullpen this year have been marvelous. Martin and Jansen. 2-2. That's a ground ball on the left side. Diving backhand stop by Story from a knee. He throws to first in time to make the play. Well, for his first chance at shortstop since coming back with a reconstructed elbow. That was brilliant from Story. Even drawn in, good diving stop. And certainly a strong throw from one knee to get the speedy Witt. And 2 down. That's a good thing to see. It heard great reviews. In fact, you saw it with your own eyes down in the minor leagues from Trevor. Here is Michael Massey. He takes a changeup for strike 1.
He's so mobile at the infield positions. He was tremendous at second last year. So mobile to get around.
I thought he would have won the Gold Glove had he played the whole year. The 1-strike pitch. Down and in.
I think he would have too. He was sensational.
Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show after the game. Save on the action-packed Nissan lineup today. The Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. 1-1 with 2 down. Runner at third. 7-2 Royals. Popped foul on the third base side of the plate. Back into the seats. And it's 1-2. Still very possible that on this side of the bag over at shortstop, he can do the same. Win a Gold Glove there. One and 2. Pitch. That's a little bit low. Another changeup. 2-time Silver Slugger. Story finished 8th in the MVP in 2018. Couple All-Star years. Now he'll shade as far as he possibly can toward the second base bag without violating the new rules. 2-2 is low again with a changeup. 3-2, and Evermore a couple steps behind the 3-2. Here, high fly ball down the right field line. Real trouble if it's fair. It is way back, and it is way, way gone. An absolute bomb from Michael Massey, and it is 9-2 Kansas City. Their third homer of the game, and it is all Royals tonight.
Team third from the bottom in home runs in the league.
You do not see many homers hit there by people not named Ralphie Devers. Thing was pummeled. And in the end, it was fair by a lot. Here is Salvador Perez. He takes a fastball for strike one. This one is lined up the middle and into center field. Boo Birds are out at Fenway. That is the fourth hit of the inning.
It's one of the weaker offensive teams in the league, but it's just keep on coming.
Yes, they do. Now Dave Bush is out. This is really one of the discouraging nights in a lot of ways of the season, given the competition and the opponent. Again, the Royals came in playing well, but this one has just not felt good almost from the jump.
Well, they had left 10 runners over the first 6 innings, but cashing in big here in the 7th.
Not left many in these last few innings. So here's MJ Melendez, who homered his last time. Left-handed batter. Casas holding Perez a little bit off the bag at first as the fastball swung on a miss. It's 0-1, 9-2 Kansas City. Robertson always from the first base side of the rubber throws. An 0-1 pitch that swung on and missed. Fastball 0-2. Pablo Reyes' heroics from last night feel like a distant memory.
Deflating sort of game.
0-2. High fly in the left field. Duran, plenty of room in front of the track. He's there to make the play, and the inning is over. However, again, for the second straight inning, the Royals put 3 up, and they lead the Red Sox 9-2 on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The world needs ways to reduce carbon emissions.
We're working on solutions in our own operations.
Like carbon capture.
And clean energy from hydrogen.
So, who are we?
Believe it or not, ExxonMobil. And our solutions could help industries like manufacturing,
commercial transportation,
and power generation too.
Heavy industry with low emissions. Let's deliver.
Learn more at ExxonMobil.com.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Block Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride and some fresh ocean air on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blockislandferry.com or call 866-783-6999. 888-7996 for more information.
Want to listen to WEEI on the go? Just download the Odyssey app. Now, back to Red Sox baseball on WEEI.
To the bottom of the seventh we go, and a game that got very tight in the bottom of the fifth inning has unraveled for the Red Sox. 6 unanswered for KC. And it's 9-2 Royals. This has always been a spot on the schedule the Red Sox highlighted as fertile ground, which they really needed to make hay. Sorry for the mixed metaphors. Verdugo takes a slider for strike on the outside corner, 0-1. 2 more with the Royals, then the Tigers and Nats. Stretch they just got to post some wins. Cutter Crawford went 3 1/3 innings tonight. And Bernardino did a very nice job getting out of a jam in the fourth, 1-1. Down and in. Denilson Lamet pitched a good 5th inning, but then hit a wall in the 6th. And then Robertson gave up 3 more in the 7th. 2-1 to Verdugo. Has bounced out and doubled. Takes a sinker outside. It's 3-1. We've not had many days like this at all at Fenway this summer. Red Sox have not always been consistent, but they've always, at least in the main, played tight games, competitive, dramatic games, even if they've not always ended in their favor. This is an anomaly for this season. Get you the results of our Diesel Direct poll question about whether Trevor Story would impact the game more this year from the plate or defensively as Verdugo fouls a sinker off, and it's 3-2. Brought to you by Diesel Direct, reminding you to stop wasting time at the pump. Get on-site fuel with Diesel Direct at Sox Booth. And the results are in. Drumroll. Pitch to Verdugo is ball 4. Sinker that missed. That could be it for Singer. He's thrown 90 pitches. There's activity in the Kansas City bullpen. The right-hander Pablo Reyes is due up, then Wong. And it's actually a left-hander up for Kansas City, so you would figure that he is getting warm. Angel Serpa. For the lefties, Duran and Yoshida at the top of the order. Here is a strike to Pablo Reyes. Slider. And it's 0-1. 57% say his impact will be felt more acutely in the field. At least at the beginning, I wholeheartedly agree. The 0-1 is a strike, and it shouldn't have been. That was way, way low. Vic Carapazza has not had a good night behind the plate. Not that it's determined the outcome of this game in any way. It's 0-2 after a blown call to Pablo. And 2. And the pitch misses to Pablo. Ball and 2. Every 4-bagger the Red Sox hit this season. Red Sox Radio Network donates $40 to Cars for Kids. Make our donation. You should too. 877-CarsForKids.com. Here's a sinker outside. And it's 2-2. Connor Wong is out on deck trying to string something miraculous along here. 1 on, none out, 7-run Royal lead. Here's the pitch. A little pop-up into shallow left center field coming in on it. Melendez, but instead the center fielder Isbell is there to cut in front and make the play. So with 1 down, here's Connor Wong. The Orioles in the 9th inning at Camden Yards. They lead the Astros 6-3. Felix Bautista, who really is a great possibility to win the American League Cy Young, is on to try to close that game down. 6-3 Orioles. Nate Eovaldi will get some votes. So will Garrett Cole. Had a great year. Here's Wong with 1 on and 1 out. The pitch is a ground ball, a little looper to second. I beg your pardon. I thought that hit off the dirt right in front of the plate. Instead, it was a little pop to shallow right field. The second baseman, Massey, back on it. He's there to make the play in the air. And And that is going to be the last pitch thrown by Singer. Matt Quatraro is out. He will remove Singer and go to the lefty to face Duran. 9-2 Kansas City. Something is happening right now at Camden Yards. Can't wait to tell you about that when we return. Fans are making their voices heard at Camden Yards. 9-2 Kansas City with 2 down in the 7th inning for Duran. A lefty comes out on the Shaws in Star Market. WEEI, Red Sox Radio Network.
During this call to the bullpen, it's the perfect time to check out all the great content at buyfordnow.com. Find Ford offers you won't see advertised anywhere else. Search Ford dealer inventory for your dream vehicle. Compare Ford SUVs, trucks, and electric vehicles versus the competition. Calculate your trade-in value and learn about exclusive offers for military and first responders. So, visit buyfordnow.com and then see your New England Ford dealers. New England, it's time to get out there in a built Ford tough truck, and it starts at your New England Ford dealers' Discover Summer Sales event. From the detail-oriented F-150 to the all-new Super Duty, there's no surprise why F-Series, America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight, are the best way to make this summer one for the books. With your New England Ford dealers stocked with fresh inventory, now's the best time to discover summer in a Ford. Claim based on 1977 to 2022 CY total sales.
Zerpa, left-hander, to face Jarren Duran with 2 down and a runner aboard in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's been all Royals 9-2, especially in the later innings. We'll tell you about Zerpa, but first, from Camden Yards in Baltimore, a heartwarming moment. In the bottom of the 7th inning, the fans erupted in cheers of "Free Kevin Brown."
Well, that shows they have some very astute fans there, if not a very astute ownership.
I just love the pressure that they're putting on him. It's just an unforgivable error.
And really one of the worst moves we've ever seen.
I like that they just sort of assumed they would get away with it. Nobody would notice or ask or pay attention and then give a false explanation for why they'd done it in the first place. Here's Angel Zerpa on a big league mound this year for the 3rd time. Let's see, Duran, 9-2 Kansas City. Pitch to Jarren, who's in a little bit of a downturn offensively in spite of a 2-run homer against the Jays Friday. Is outside. That's ball 1. Missed 91 games this season, did Zerpa on the IL. To begin the year, 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner. 1-1 to Duran. Anyway, I'm glad that it's gotten so much attention. I'm glad so many have spoken out. And I'm glad now the fans have joined the chorus. 1-1 outside. It is just the ultimate definition of...
It would never make any impact on the owners.
I'm not going to probably hold my breath on that. The 2-1 is drilled into the gap in left center field, and this is going to catch some green. It's off the web side. It caroms back towards center field. Carlos Fables is going to send Verdugo. Relay throw way high into the backstop, and it's a run-scoring wall ball double for Jarren Duran, and it's 9-3. Impressive against the lefty. So for now, that move backfires. Verdugo comes all the way around. Witt didn't get the message, I don't think, that Verdugo was coming home. He waited to throw, and then he air-mailed it, but a good job backing the play up by Zerpa. That prevented Duran from getting to third. So now with Jarren at second base, here comes Yoshida. How good that must make Kevin feel after what's been a very difficult couple of weeks to hear those fans chanting for him as Yoshida takes a sinker outside for ball 1.
Well, so many people have rallied to his defense. He never should have been put in that position to have to endure.
1-0, the pitch. Strike on the outside corner. I think I'd kind of like to be his agent right now. They've got a little leverage. After all of this. 2 down, a run in. It's 9-3 Kansas City. 1-1 pitch is outside, a slider.
You can see why the Angelos people have been so unpopular with fandom in Baltimore for many years.
Well, and think about, look, it's worked. Mike Elias gets credit. They have rebuilt from the bottom.
Brandon Hyde's done a great job. Dan Duquette did a great job.
2-1 to Yoshida. The pitch is a ground ball on the right side. Second baseman Massey, he throws to first in time, but they also put their fans through a nearly half-decade run of total ineptitude to get there. So there's not exactly a lot of goodwill built up. To the 8th inning we go. 9-3 Kansas City over the Sox and the Shaws. And Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
After school time can be chaotic, but it can also be a chance to keep the learning, creativity, and fun flowing. Thankfully, Dollar General is here with a winter before dinner pairing that busy parents can feel good about. Mott's and Crayola. Create fridge-worthy moments and nail snacks and creativity time with everyday savings on Mott's applesauce and juices, plus Crayola crayons, markers, and more. Nutritious snacks inside the fridge, their latest masterpiece displayed on the outside. It's after school made awesome. Find them at your DG.
Summer is a great time to get your yearly checkup. I'm Dr. Christopher Adiano from Neighborhood Health Plan of Rhode Island, reminding you to schedule checkups for everyone in your family to help you stay healthy. Your doctor will answer any questions and make sure everyone is up to date on screenings and vaccines.
With Neighborhood, you can get high-quality, affordable health insurance for you and your family. To learn how to join, call 1-401-459-6075. At Neighborhood, we're here for you.
The Greg Hill Show, weekdays, 5:30 to 10.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Nick Robertson gave up a single, a double, and a home run in his first inning of work back out there for the 8th, with the Royals leading 9-3. And a strike to Oliveras, who has had 2 singles and 4 at-bats.
997.
Here's the pitch to the right-hand hitter. He grounds it on a soft hop to third. Grabs it, a nice short hop pick now by Raffy. Throws on the move and gets him. That was not an easy play.
No.
So Oliveras, now 2 for 5, is retired. Stay tuned for the Nissan postgame show after the game. Save on the action-packed Nissan lineup today at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. 1 down, and here's Beatty, who's doubled twice. Fly to right, and then line one deep to right center, and Verdugo made an outstanding catch out by the bullpen wall. Left-hand batter takes a strike from Nick Robertson, who's from Virginia. Came in the Kike Hernandez trade from the Dodgers. It's his college ball at James Madison. That one dips low and away. Changeup missing.
Justin Long just put out a good note about Jarren Duran and his 50th career double.
Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball right side, ragged by Casas. Underhand toss to the pitcher at plenty of time. 2 men down.
He's the 4th fastest in terms of games played to reach 50 career doubles with the Red Sox. Dom DiMaggio, number 1. He did it in 156 games. Fred Lynn, 163, and some guy named Ted, 165. I wouldn't have known that about Dom.
2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 home run allowed.
A near Hall of Famer. Certainly a Red Sox Hall of Famer.
3 earned runs.
Foul to the backstop.
4 strikeouts.
By the number 8 hitter Waters, who singled at a 2-run homer, struck out and singled again. So he's 3 for 4.
9-6-6-0.
9-3 Royals in the 8th. Raffy playing way over where the shortstop normally would. The pitch is inside and low. The attendance 30,997. Brought to you by Citgo. Whether you're Off to the ballpark, dog park, or amusement park, Citgo top-tier tri-clean gasoline gets you where you're going, whether you're traveling near or far. When you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Count runs to 1-2 now. On Waters, a left-hand batter, acquired from the Braves. It's from Marietta, Georgia, right by Atlanta. Here it is, and he takes breaking pitch low. Warriors have had 15 hits. They scored 9 runs, and they've left 11 base runners. They've had base runners in every inning, but this one so far. Here it is. And a check swing liner foul past the third base coaching box.
So the Guardians got a very good start from Tanner Bybee. They got Kikuchi and the Blue Jays 1-0. This is impossible for me to believe. That is Terry Francona's 900th win with Cleveland.
He's been there since 2013. Swinging strike and a pitch down and in, and Robertson gets the punch out. A 1-2-3 inning finally after 7.5. 9-3 Royals on the Shaws in Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
I'm Listening reminds you that talk saves lives. And 988 makes it even easier to reach out and talk. When you dial or text 988, you'll be connected with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. And now you can reach out and get help in Spanish, providing you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives. And with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. More at imlistening.org.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Gresh and Fourier, weekdays 10 to 2.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Third pitcher for the Royals is Tucker Davidson, the left-hander. Zerpa 1/3 of the inning, allowed an RBI double, retired the other batter. He was not charged with a run. That was charged to Singer, who allowed just 2 runs on 5 hits in 6 2/3 innings. Make that 3 runs in his game to win. So here's Davidson, who made his Royals debut on Saturday against the Phillies and gave up a 2-run homer to Bryce Harper. He was acquired from the Angels a week ago for cash. With the Angels, he was in 18 games this season. He was with the Braves 2021 and started Game 5 of the World Series. So here's Trevor Story now, who's 0 for 3 in his 2023 debut, and he takes a low, ball 1. Trevor fanned twice and then grounded to the shortstop. Davidson deals, and a swinging strike, and a splitter that is down and away. Davidson overall 1-1 with a 6.54 ERA in 18 games. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. Fastball over the outside edge, says Vic Carapazza. 1-2. By the way, Kevin Kiermaier went on the IL today. Remember, he made that great catch up on the bleacher bar, but he cut his arm, his right arm, making the catch, and needed 8 stitches. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, so he chased one down and away, a splitter. There was a foot outside, so Story fanning for the 3rd time. Now Raffy, who struck out, grounded out 4-3 and lined to center. Now tomorrow night, Red Sox will have another bullpen game. Jordan Lyles, who is 3-12, will go for Kansas City, but he's won 2 of his last 3.
It's just so hard to keep saying that.
1 ball, no strikes. The old saying is true: the more pitchers you use, the better the odds that one of them's going to struggle. The more. Low and inside.
Still find it hard to believe that there weren't some innings out there that could have helped this club.
There's a pitch that is taken for a ball. It's 3-0. Stay tuned for the Nissan post-game show after the game. Save on action-packed Nissan lineups today at the Nissan Thrill of the Drive sales event. Here it comes, and a strike over the inside corner. Three balls and a strike to Raffy. One out in the 8th inning, and he swings and hits it in the air to left center field, but short of the track. Center fielder Isbell moves over to his right to haul it in for the out.
And to your point, Joe, it's all compounded a little bit by the fact that now Cutter's last two starts have been 8 1/3 combined. They've been careful with Paxton and Bayo too, so it's coinciding these bullpen games with trying to take care of the guys who are still starting.
Well, the Orioles had a 5-0 lead after 2 against Houston. They led 6-3 going to the 9th. And Kyle Tucker just hit a grand slam, and Houston leads it 7-6.
Wow.
Ooh, what a pressure that would be. They can't rally. Kyle Tucker, what a player he's become. Grand slam in the 9th. 0-1 to Casas, who has singled twice and flied to left. That one's low. I think it came with 2 out in the 9th as well. Houston still batting. Ball misses, the count goes to 2-1. Yeah, Batista gave it up too. Wow.
Yep, came on 6-3.
Allowed 4 runs, 3 hits and a walk. The pitch. Strike called over the inside edge. I mean, Batista, even though he gave up 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning, has a 1.52 ERA. He was under 1. 2-2 the count. So Houston leads 7-6 with 2 out in the top of the 9th at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The 2-2 pitch coming. Outside with a high fastball.
Well, the Astros are looking more like the Astros, too. Alvarez and Altuve back. They reacquire Verlander. They're rolling.
Will they catch Texas? Well, they certainly will make postseason. I don't think there's much doubt about that. Swinging strike at a pitch that disappeared down and away. And Tucker Davidson fans 2 of the 3. We go to the 9th inning. 9-3 Royals on the Shaws and Star Market, WEEI Red Sox Network.
Heading back to school? Kids' cuts are only $12 at JCPenney Salon. Bring your K through 6th graders in today for a cool cut they'll love. Or take $12 off any styling service of $30 or more and send them back to class looking fresh. Walk-ins are welcome, but spots fill up fast. Skip the line and book an appointment at jcp.com/salon. Feel your best from the first day forward. JCPenney. Offers valid through 9/23. Must book with designer or senior designer. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-334-KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
Sail away on the Black Island Ferry. Take a trip back to carefree times. Leave today, Black Island awaits you. Just leave your troubles behind.
Your Black Island getaway starts as soon as you board. Enjoy the ride and some fresh ocean air on our traditional or high-speed ferries from Point Judith. Visit blackislandferry.com or call 866-783-7996 for more information.
Jones and Mego, weekdays 2 to 6.
Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network.
Our 70th pitch tonight brought to you by Dana-Farber Cancer Institute and the Jimmy Fund as we honor the 75th anniversary of the Jimmy Fund this season. Nick Robertson out there for his third inning of work. Here's Kyle Isbell, and the center fielder tries to check in a high fastball but goes too far, strike one. Isbell is sac fly to center, pop to left, and then double to right, stole a bag and scored. Low and inside. Let's see, everybody in their lineup has at least one hit. And 8 of the 9 have scored. Only Oliveras hadn't scored. There it is, and a ground ball weakly knocked down by the pitcher. Underhand tossed to first by Robertson in time. 1-3 on the out. Tigers blanked the Minnesota Twins 6-0. We're talking about our good friend Jim Price, who had 30 years as a broadcaster and a long career as a player too, as a backup catcher for the Tigers, who passed away earlier today at the age of 81. Moment of silence was held for Jim, who battled cancer since 2008. In his last broadcast, July 8th, the Tigers had a combined no-hitter against the Blue Jays.
Wow.
That amazing. There's a comebacker, tossed to first for the out. 2 down, so our condolences to Jim Price's family. Did a lot of wonderful work for autism over the years. 0-2, and here's Bobby Witt Jr., or 2 out, I should say. Witt had an infield hit in the first and stole a bag. Since then, he's popped to second, hit by a pitch, fouled to the catcher, and been robbed by Story. Pitch taken high, ball 1.
Now 1 for the Royals, 65, Dylan Coleman.
Dylan Coleman loosening for Kansas City. Royals up 9-3. Here's the pitch home. Swinging strike, got a fastball by him on the inside at 93. Good location there. Baltimore batting in the bottom of the 9th with 1 out and nobody on, trailing Houston 7-6 after blowing a lead that they had since the first inning. That one misses 2-1.
When the Red Sox lost the second game to the A's, Oakland was 25-71.
2-1. High pop-up, first base side, playable for Casas. Backing up a few feet, still on the dirt, makes the catch in fair ground for the second out, or the third out that retires the side. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's 9-3 Royals on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
What makes an occasion special? Does it have to involve a birthday, anniversary, or promotion? Or can it be that first juicy bite of a perfectly cooked burger, shared over laughs with good friends on a warm summer night? Sounds pretty special to us. Together, we bring more. Beef, it's what's for dinner. Funded by beef farmers and ranchers.
I'm Listening reminds you that talk saves lives. And 988 makes it even easier to reach out and talk. When you dial or text 988, you'll be connected with trained counselors in over 200 crisis centers nationwide. And now you can reach out and get help in Spanish, providing you the help you need anytime, anywhere. 988, the new National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Talk saves lives. And with 988, talking is only 3 digits away. More at imlistening.org.
Hey, it's Greg for Window Nation. If you're feeling the heat, then high temperatures aren't the only thing getting you hot under the collar. Wait till you get your energy bills. The solution? Window Nation. For new energy windows right now, get 50% off any style window. Bows, bays, double hung, sliders, 50% off. Plus put 0 down and make 0 payments with 0% interest for 24 whole months. And this week only get an extra 10% off. 866-90Nation or go to windownation.com.
Visit the 99 restaurants the day after the Red Sox win, and 99 Rewards members get a free kids meal with every adult entree purchase. The 99 Restaurant, the official family restaurant of the Boston Red Sox.
Red Sox Review after the game on 93.7 WEEI.
It's the bottom half of the ninth inning. Red Sox need a huge rally here as they trail 9-3. Dylan Coleman is the new pitcher. He last worked Friday against the Phillies. He was called up July 5th from Omaha. They're appearing in 20 games for the Omaha Storm Chasers. He is their fourth pitcher. In 16 big league games, he does not have a decision. And his ERA is rather unsightly. Over 10. The pitch is low for a ball. Batter is Duvall, who popped out, hit a long home run to left, 424 feet, and then bounced into a force. The home run for Adam was his 10th. And he swings and pops one to our right, fouling out of play. Red Sox trail 3-0, cut it to 3-2 with 2 in the 5th, but Royals came back with 3 in the 6th and 3 in the 7th against the bullpen. Carter Crawford, who lasted just 3 1/3, is on the hook. That one hits the inside edge, a call strike. There's traffic all night on the bases, with the Royals getting 15 hits and straining 11 runners. Tucker Davidson, 1 inning, no runs and no hits and 2 Ks. Singer in line for the win. 1-2 to count. And he tries to check and does so on a breaking ball away. Two balls and 2 strikes. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. That was a foot outside. Strike 3. Well, the Orioles win 1-2-3 in the ninth. They lose to Houston 7-6. Now their latest 2 games over Tampa Bay. Rays beat the Cardinals 4-2. That's a crusher when you have a 3-run lead in the ninth and your closer gives up a grand slam to lose. Here's Verdugo now, who's 1 for 2. Forced to run over the grounder, double to shallow center and walk. Has a big swing and doesn't get it. Strike 1.
It is, and yet, in my mind, there's no question the Rays had a far worse day with the news they got on Shane McClanahan.
Probably won't pitch again this year. He's already had Tommy John once. Here it is, and a foul to the left out of play. Yeah, they've had so many injuries to their starting pitchers. And their bullpen hasn't been the healthiest either.
I imagine the yellow jerseys will get a break tomorrow for the Red Sox, back in something more traditional.
Now they're 22-4, but they need a miracle here. Pitch is down and in. Missed with a sinking fastball. Coleman's from Missouri. Pitched at Missouri State. It was about 70 miles from St. Louis. Last year was 5-2 in 68 games out of the bullpen. Strike 3 called. He worked down and in, and Verdugo goes down looking. So Coleman fans the first 2 men as he puts the finishing touches on this one. Singer beat the Red Sox last year in his only start against them. He's about to be 2-0. And 8-8 on this season. 2 out. Here's Pablo. Last night's hero is 0 for 3. Reyes playing at second base tonight, and he takes it low. Jordan Lyles, 3-12, goes tomorrow against the opener for the Red Sox. Then James Paxton Thursday against Alec Marsh, who's 0-5. New ball put in play for the right-hander. Here it comes, and a ground ball top foul over by the third base dugout.
And it goes without saying, right around the trade deadline, picking an inopportune time to lose 8 of 10 ball games. This thing is hanging on right now.
Yankees are winning. Here's the pitch home. Low and away. They got 4 in the 4th at Comiskey, or whatever they call it now.
Guaranteed
rate. Used to be cellular. 2-1. And Reyes takes a breaking ball in there for a strike. Yankees lead 4-1, bottom of the 6th at Chicago. The 2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Reyes checks, it's in the dirt, and skips to the backstop. So the count has gone full. Here's the payoff. And a swing of the drive, well hit to left center field, back by the wall, but it's going to hang up, and Melendez makes the catch on the track to end the ball game. The Kansas City Royals even the series at 1 apiece. Royals 9, Red Sox 3. Totals next on the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Network.
When you drive the most dependable mass market brand, you can stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see yourself behind the wheel of the #1 most dependable mass market brand 3 years in a row by J.D. Power.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Kia received the fewest reported problems among mass market brands in the J.D. Power 2021 to 2023 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Studies. 2023 study based on 2020 models. See jdpower.com/awards for 2023 details.
The second half of the baseball season is here, and each game means a little bit more. We're talking pennant races and wildcard chases, with each pitch bringing us closer to the playoffs. The free Odyssey app lets you listen to live play-by-play of your local team. So no matter what you're up to, you'll never have to miss another game. Download the free Odyssey app today and keep baseball close by all summer long. That's AUDACY. Odyssey.
Attention Shaws and Star Market shoppers. Surf and Turf is now on special. Hey, it's Lou from my friends at Shaws and Star Market. Today through Thursday, get value pack beef T-bone or porterhouse steaks and bags of raw shrimp, all just $6.97 a pound. When you use the digital coupon, you're limited to 2 packages. When you shop with the Shaws app, you get amazing deals. You earn points on every purchase. Short on time? Order ahead for free curbside pickup or get delivery. Save on the best of the land and sea. Shaws and Star Market, perfecting the art of fresh.
The Rich Keefe Show, weekday afternoons starting at 6. Now back to the Shaws and Star Market WEEI Red Sox Radio Network. This is the Nissan postgame show. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com.
9-3, the Red Sox fall to the Kansas City Royals. This is really one of the most lethargic efforts and frankly one-sided games of the entire season. Red Sox got a homer from Duvall and then tacked on a couple more runs, but the Kansas City Royals, they score 9 runs on 15 hits, but that doesn't even tell the whole story. They left 11 men on base, so they've been a little bit more effective with runners in scoring position. This thing could have been even uglier. The Red Sox have dropped 8 of 10 ball games, and after the Grand Slam heroics last night from Pablo Reyes, they're now back 3 games above 500, 58 and 55. Singer the winner. Crawford gets the loss. He's 5-6, 2 hours 47 minutes in front of 30,997. Joe Weil will have the Nissan postgame show in a moment. And look, Joe, this is in a vacuum. It's kind of a throwaway, one game. You can flush it and get back in the saddle a little bit tomorrow, but they've dropped 8 of 10. And this one had so many of the elements of this recent slide. It was a game started by Cutter Crawford, but because he only goes 3 1/3 innings, you get into the bullpen, and Lamet, Robertson get hit hard for the Red Sox out of their bullpen. So to me, it's sort of just a continuation of the fact that they've asked so much from the relievers, and that is really starting to show.
And where does it leave you tomorrow? Winkowski, who's maybe shown a little bit of fatigue, will probably be available. He only pitched to 3 hitters last night, but it does take its toll after a while. And you wonder if Cutter Crawford has maybe, with all the innings he's pitched, many more than he's ever pitched in a big league season or minor league season, is tiring.
You hope not, but that's certainly something the Red Sox will have to think long and hard about. This, I mean, to me, this could be a spot where moves are made before tomorrow. I mean, it's just as simple as that, where they need innings and they need pitches thrown, and not going to be easy questions at all. Trevor Story returns. He made a very nice play, robbing Bobby Witt Jr. The timing is clearly still going to be a work in progress at the plate. 3 strikeouts for Trevor, but very effective defensively. The Red Sox will be patient with him at the plate. But, Joe, there's not a whole lot of time left for patience. I mean, the Red Sox played their 113th game today, so 49 remain after this one. The Red Sox have got to kick it in gear. I mean, the Blue Jays do lose in Cleveland 1-0, so the Sox will still stay 5 games behind the Blue Jays for that 3rd and final wild card. But the Yankees, if they hold on, will leapfrog the Red Sox. And, you know, with the Tigers, the Royals, the Nats in this pocket, they really need to turn it around. Yeah.
Well, they have to have more shutdown innings. I mean, the Royals had traffic all day, 15 hits and 11 men left on. They could have scored more than 9 easily.
Indeed, they could have. Just not the Red Sox night here in any way. Before we send it away for the Nissan postgame show, let's take 10 seconds for station ID on the Shaw's and Star Market Red Sox Radio Network.
From the WEEI Studios, 93.7.